And we are live, back again with another episode of World Cup Qualifiers Daily with your boy Dominic Rich. A little later today because I had to rest, man. I really had to rest. I've been going at this for the last, let's say, 6 days or so consecutively. So I just had to take a little power nap. I had to take care of myself because if I don't, then you won't have me at all. So I had to take care of things. You feel me? Definitely had to take care of things. So I'm here now. It's 8:37 local time. We got about, let's say, about 2 hours to get this thing wrapped up. I could go longer, but let's try to get things wrapped up in 2 hours. I think yesterday we went for just over an hour because I had to actually watch games in CONCACAF. Didn't really watch games in Conmebol. I was watching one match. I think that was the Ecuador-Chile game. And that one finished, 0-0. And the CONCACAF games I really got into. And I've already put out videos covering those. So we don't need to really talk about those that much today. So what we're going to be doing today, guys, we're going to be touching on all confederations. All right? Big up to Mel in the house. How are you doing, Mel? Nice to see you. Love you, Mel. Love you. Look, we're going to take a look at all the confederations. We're going to talk about CAF first. That's Africa. We're going to talk about the games that were played today. And then we're going to talk about the games coming up tomorrow. We will be predicting those. Then we'll touch on CONMEBOL. We'll review the games that happened yesterday. Talk about the table. Talk about the drama that's going on there just a little bit. Then we will talk about we won't get into Thursday's matches. We'll save that for Wednesday when we come back with another episode on Wednesday, which will be episode 9, because you know I'm going to be back tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be back tomorrow, of course. It's World Cup Qualifiers Daily, which means I have to come back every day. But the series will come to a halt on Thursday. So after the CONMEBOL games on Thursday, in the evening, I'll come back and talk about those. And then we're going to go on a little break until the build-up for October. You see what I'm saying? We got to get back to the club football. We'll be doing a bit of international football in between, but you get the point. We will be talking about CONCACAF. We will be talking about the AFC games coming up tomorrow. AFC's Asia. We will be touching on UEFA. We got a lot of games coming up. We will be just getting ourselves updated with that. And we will be touching a little bit on Oceania. I have something planned for Oceania. So let's do this, man. Big up to everybody in the house. Big up to Craig, the Sierra, coming in from Malta. Big up to Moderate Mapper in the house. Big up to Mel in the house. Big up to Victor Feng. Danny A. What's up, Danny? Bethel in the house. Molten in the house. Everybody watching the replay right now. Big up to you, man. Listen, let's get this thing going, guys. Make sure you smash, you absolutely pulverize the like button. And let's get things going. So I got the screen shared right there. And we will be going through these African results. We're just going to talk about them. We won't go too deep. I did check out the highlights. I did watch a few of these games, albeit in the background, basically, because I was at work today. I had things to do. So these games were in the background playing. Not the most exciting games. I got to put it out there, man. The African games have not been that exciting. They have not been exciting. I just want to put that out there for you. You know, I know CONCACAF isn't the most exciting confederation, but goddamn Africa, Jesus Christ, these games are freaking boring, man. I just want to put that out there. I just want to make that one clear. I don't want to give you false impression that I've been enjoying the hell out of these matches. I'm not. I'm really not. It's painful watching some of these games. Some of the pitches are deplorable. And having not many fans in the stadium and everything. And the commentary is kind of boring as well. Let me just put it out there. Let's start with the first one. Benin 1, Congo DR 1. In terms of prediction for this one, my prediction was Benin 1, Congo DR 1. Quality prediction there, man. Quality prediction there. So let's just get into who scored these goals. So Diamersi Mbokani, brilliant header, man. Brilliant header. 12th minute. That's his second goal so far. He scored in the first match, and he scores again in the second game. Remember, Congo DR was held to a draw by Tanzania, and Benin did beat Madagascar 1-0 in the first game. So with Benin going behind, Jordan Adioti equalized in the 33rd minute. That was also from another header, and the game ended 1-1, which means the Squirrels of Benin are currently on top the table. Let's give it to Benin. Let's go down to the bottom here and let's get to this group. Benin are at the top. Let's get to this group right here. And this is Group J. So big up to the Squirrels of Benin, 4 points. The Leopards of Congo DR, 2 points. Taifa Stars of Tanzania, 1 point. And I can't remember the Madagascar nickname. It has to do something with a goat or something. You know what I'm saying? But they haven't been playing like goats lately at all. Not at all. Not at all. They have been playing like goats. I don't know why I can't remember, you know what I'm saying, the national team nickname. If any of you guys know that one, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. I'm going to find it. I'm looking for it, right? I can't remember it. I know it, but I can't remember it. And they called Barea, which is a cattle or something. Barea. So yeah, man, yeah. Barea. Big up to James Randall in the house. How are you doing, James Randall? Who else we got in here? We have Joel Lescano. Rich FC channel is way underrated. This channel is one of the best I've ever seen. Keep up the good work, Dom. Thank you very much, man. Well, very, very nice. Thank you very much. Toothpick, you need to show Africa some love. So what am I doing? I'm showing Africa a lot of love here. I'm showing Africa as much love as I can. This is all the love I got, and I'm pouring it out to Africa. You see what I mean? That's why I always talk about Africa. Always. I do talk about all the confederations too, but you know what I mean? I always talk about Africa first. So, big point for Benin. Definitely. And that's the Group J fixture. That was the only Group J fixture that was played today. There's a Group J fixture coming up tomorrow between Tanzania and Madagascar. And I will share my prediction for that one very, very soon. So in terms of the next matches for the Benin, their next game will be against Tanzania on the road on October 6th. So, yeah, won't get further than that. For Congo DR, who I fancy top in this group, they will host Madagascar also on October 6th. So we're going to be moving right on, and we're going to talk about the next game. Let's just scroll right back up. And the next game, Group E fixture between Uganda and Mali. Very disappointing result for Mali. I did tune into this match. Very boring game, to say the least. Won't be getting into the nitty-gritty of these games too much, guys, because we have a lot to cover. But it's a missed opportunity for Mali for picking up, 3 points here and going on to 6, where they did win their first match. You guys could remember that. They did beat Rwanda 1-0, if I could recall. And Kenya and Uganda played to a draw. So Mali, they're still on top of the group with 4 points. Kenya, a second with 2 points. Uganda, who picked up another valuable point, a third. And Rwanda, who also got a point, a fourth. And look, good stuff for Rwanda. They did play yesterday in a 1-1 draw versus Kenya. We touched on that game already. So no goals to talk about in this one, of course. No news as well to touch on these teams. If you guys know anything, make sure you let me know. There's some news I have to cover as well. So if there's anything, just let me know. Big up to the boy Thriller from Manila in the house. Nice to see you on these parts. A big up to Palomo. Mali disappointing. Dom, yeah, they should have won this game. But you also have to give credit to the Cranes of Uganda, So let's keep the ball rolling. And how are we going to keep the ball rolling? We're going to go down to Group E table and take a look at what's going on in Group E so I could give you something visual. All right, Group E. Mali on top, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda. I fancy Mali to come through this group. They are the favorites. Very, very stacked up squad as well. And guys, remember, all of these teams, most of these teams, not all, have been affected by the COVID-19 restrictions and the UK red list and some other countries' red list and so on and so forth. So World Cup qualifiers is even. It's even trickier than ever before. So it's gonna be very difficult to predict who's gonna come through, especially in Africa. We know how brutal this format is, where 40 teams were paired into 10 groups of 4. The group winners go through to the last 10, paired up, round robin games, and only 5 teams would make the cut. I want to see a new team. I want to see Mali. I predicted Mali to do so. But listen, they weren't that convincing against Uganda, but that's only one game. Only one game. So we're 25% done with Group E. 25% done. So, well, no, not 25%. Pardon me. 33.3333% done. We're 1/3 of the way through. 6 games each team, 2 matches completed. We're going to move on. I don't know where I got 25% from, but, you know, for a second there, you guys probably was saying, Dom, did your English teacher teach you math or something? What's going on? So, the next game, man. The next game. Before I talk about the next game, what was my prediction for this one? Mali 2, Uganda 0. Well done to Uganda. Listen, this one, goal fest. Djibouti 2, Niger 4. I actually predicted a 2-0 win for Niger. I predicted them to win by 2 goals. They did win by 2 goals. I didn't get the correct scoreline. But this one was a goal fest. I tuned into it a little from the start, you know, but it got a little boring. And I moved over to the other game. And then I think, who was it? I think it was Mike that hit me up and told me Djibouti scored. Was it Mike? Yeah, I think it was Mike who told me Djibouti scored. And I was like, oh, shoot, I got my prediction right. But when I look back, Niger had put 4 past Djibouti. So, guys, I do have a really good story to share from this game. But before I share the story, let's just run through the scorers. Djibouti with the first goal in the 32nd minute. Anas Farah Ali. But Niger clapped back to Victorian Adebayor, who scored a brace in the 49th and the 56th minute. And then Mohamed Wankoye from the penalty spot in the 65th. Amadou Sabo in the 68th to take Niger 4-1 up. And then the strangest thing happened in this game, man. The strangest thing happened. The red card. The red card happened. And I actually want to show you. I think I'm allowed to show this red card. I want to show you this red card. But I got to find it first. So let me just find it. And then I'll share it with you. Because you'll enjoy this one. You'll definitely enjoy it. I got it. And I'm ready to share it with you. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. This is funny stuff, man. This is funny stuff. You guys don't even understand how funny this is. You don't even understand how funny this is, man. So, look, I need to get it first. Just give me a second. Just give me 1 second, and I'll get it for you. So, just wait up. Wait up! Be patient. Just be patient. Just be patient there. But how's everybody feeling right now, though? How's everybody feeling as I queue up that very, very bizarre red card for you? Just let me know how you're feeling. So, all right. Got it coming. Got it coming for ya. All right. So, Give me 1 second. I should have actually... Okay, just give me 1 second. I need to go into the... You know what? I got it for you. I got it for you, baby. All right, let's look at this. Let's take a look at this, guys. Just take a look at this. Oh, what the hell just happened there? Why did I get this red card? Like, what the hell? Like, this is cold. I got called up for Niger. I'm not even on the field. I haven't played yet. And I get a red card, which means I can't play. The next game's in October. Like, what the hell, man? Jesus. I was about enough. That is enough, man. I don't know what he did. But, guys, what do you think he did? Hit me in the chat. Let me know what you think he did. If he said something to the ref, or he did something, or he gestured something. But he must have done something, because that's actually one of the most bizarre red cards I've seen. Most bizarre. Look. Why did you do that? Like, why? Oh my God, that was bizarre. That was definitely bizarre, man. Yeah, but guys, these are little things I have for you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love doing this. I really, really enjoy doing this, because I have so many golden nuggets to share with y'all. You don't even know it, man. You really don't. You don't know it. If you think you know it, trust me, you don't. You think you do, but you don't. You don't. But anyways, I got some more for you. Let's keep things going. Let's keep things going. And I just want to bring this thing back on the screen for y'all, for your head tops. All right. So just want to bring up the visuals for you before we do move on. Just bear with me, man. Bear with me. We ain't in a rush here. Okay? We're not in a rush like yesterday. We're not in a rush. All right? So Monday, September 6th. All right, let's go. Let us go. Let us go back to the program. Let me take a sip of my beer, guys. I'm drinking some I don't know how to say this name though, but it's called Weng Ling. The Weng Ling. It's a nice beer. Nice beer, made in Pennsylvania. It's probably an Amish beer, but it's nice. Big up to Ernest Blankson in the house. Big up to Denmark that we're going to be talking about. Dams, Niger red card, commentating better than any Fox announcer known to man. I actually didn't watch the when it happened, but that was crazy, man. That was crazy. That was indeed nuts. But anyways, big up to everybody in here, man. Yingaling. Oh, man. Yingaling. Yingling. Make sure you guys like the video. We at 22 likes, 1 dislike. I don't know who disliked the video, but whoever you are, you know what? I just not. I don't want to insult anybody today. No expletives today. But let's continue. Djibouti with that last goal, and I have to say that was a hell of a goal. Wassama Hassan in the 90th minute. That was a freaking brilliant free kick, man. Direct free kick into the back of the freaking net. Listen, Juninho would be proud of that. 2-4. Big win for Niger. They're third in the table with 3 points. Algeria and Burkina Faso play tomorrow. Remember, Algeria put 8 past Djibouti, and Burkina Faso did beat Niger. And that was what? 2-1 win? A 2-0 win, I think. So, good stuff in this group. It's going to be tight. It's going to be close. Maybe not so close for the first spot. But second, third, and fourth would be very, very close. So, let's just get down to the table there, guys. The Group A table. Algeria currently on top of the table, as you can see. Burkina Faso, somehow they can't qualify for the World Cup. I don't know what's going on with Burkina Faso. Niger, 3 points, and Djibouti without a point with a -10 goal difference. At least they scored. And I actually think this might have been the first time that the Djibouti team... Let me just look this up really quick. I don't want to give you wrong information, but I did make a note to look this up and talk about this. I did make a note to do that. Did make a note. So Djibouti. Wait for it. Oh, okay, that's not it then. That's not it. They have scored before. I thought that this was like the first goal, but they have scored. They have. I did see a stat like that it was something about the first goal or something, but maybe it was their first goal in this stage of the tournament. Maybe. But good goals nevertheless. We're gonna keep it moving. And we are going to move on to the next game. Guys, this is World Cup Qualifiers Daily with your boy Dominic Rich FC. And we are talking about Africa. Next, we're going to predict tomorrow's games. That don't sound right. Tomorrow's matches. And we're going to move on to CONMEBOL. So, South Africa 1. Ghana 0. I have to let you guys know, this was a good match. This was a really good match. I actually predicted a draw for this game, and I predicted a 1-1 draw. It was heading towards a draw, until Mr. Hrongwane scored in the 83rd minute. This was one bizarre match, but it was dominated by South Africa in terms of goal opportunities. Not possession. Yeah, they got 53% possession. But they dominated in terms of their attacking prowess because Ghana was definitely depleted big time with the English stars not being able to travel to South Africa because of the red list. Guys, now the red list comes back into the picture and haunts the Black Stars of Ghana, where Bafana of South Africa picks up a big 3 points. Remember, South Africa hosted the 2010 World Cup, but failed to make it to the next edition of the African Cup of Nations. And I've mentioned numerous times that a country could fail to qualify for the AFCON and still do well in World Cup qualifiers and vice versa. So it's very tricky when you're analyzing Africa. The conditions are weird. Sometimes they're playing on neutral ground. Sometimes they're playing on artificial turf. Next thing, they're playing in mud. You see what I'm saying? Or they're playing in rain one day, they're playing in sun. So Africa is very difficult to predict though. But I have to say, South Africa, they look good. Big up to Percy Tau, man. And they could have scored more. I've seen one of the most shocking misses in a while. But you got to give it to him though. He didn't expect the ball to come out of the goalkeeper Richard Ofori's hands and fall on his left foot, and it went wide. But he had an open net, but I don't think he intentionally put it wide. Richard Ofori had to go off. He was struggling with some injury. The backup goalkeeper came on, looked good for like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, and then conceded a weird goal as well. So this game had everything, man. It had excitement, it had drama, it had fun. And I think South Africa deserved the win. They played some good football. They threatened big time. And they weren't lucky not to score more. They did score a goal that was chalked off because of offside. But Ghana, they always had it up against them, man. Very, very depleted. Very depleted. Look, Andre Ayew still played, but Andre Ayew is not the Andre Ayew of old. He's up there in age. You see what I'm saying? The team was very depleted. And when I say depleted, I mean no Baba Rahman, right? No Daniel Amate. No Kamaldeen, who played in the last game and who I think was bought by Ren for some big money. So these are things we have to put into consideration. No Jeffrey Schlupp, who got injured. No Daniel Amate. So no Jordan Ayew. They heavily depleted, man. Heavily depleted. But guys, look out for the name Kamaldeen Sulemana. Very talented youngster. Very, very talented. But Ghana, I don't have you qualifying for the World Cup. And it seems like Ghana may actually miss out on the next round altogether. Because look, this is a big 3 points dropped. And South Africa now are looking like the favorites to qualify for the final round. Let's go down to Group G and see where the standings are. Remember, in the first game there between Ghana and Ethiopia, Ghana picked up a win. And South Africa and Zimbabwe played to a draw. So that's just to recap what went on in this group already. So we get to Group G here. South Africa are on top the group. Ghana second. Zimbabwe third. Ethiopia fourth. Big point, as I said. I can't stress how big this point is. I really can't stress how big it is. Because I think South Africa now could approach the situation a bit more pragmatically and make sure they don't drop points or drop all 3 points against Ethiopia and Zimbabwe. And when they play Ghana again, just get a point. Just get a point. You see what I'm saying? Just get a point. Ghana, as we seen, they may drop points again in the group. Ethiopia, they're no slouch. They're really no slouch. Zimbabwe, no slouch. So Group G is going to be very, very tricky. What are you guys saying in the chat right about now, man? Big up to everybody in the house. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Moderate Mappa is saying that offside call was wrong. It goes back to the point where no VAR in CAF. I think CAF and CONCACAF. Oh, CAF and CONCACAF. The two buddies, they actually missed the trick by not equipping their stadiums with VAR. I know it'll be hard. It'll be really hard. If you have a centralized tournament, it's easier. But when there's games playing all over the place, in the tiniest nations in Africa like a Rwanda, maybe those stadiums are not equipped with the technology to accommodate VAR. So Bethel, big up to Bethel, who's saying Ethiopia is beating South Africa in Addis Ababa. Mark my words. And Addis Ababa is the capital city of Ethiopia, where you hear all those Rasta men talk about Addis Ababa. You see what I'm saying? So big up Haile Selassie, King of Ethiopia. So look, in terms of the next fixtures for these teams, let's just touch on that and keep it moving. We almost through. We almost through to the predictions part of Africa here. So for Ghana, the next game will be on October 6th against Zimbabwe. And for South Africa, their game will be against Ethiopia on October 6th as well. So definitely October 6th. No, yeah, October 6th against Ethiopia in Addis Ababa. And then they play the return leg in South Africa on the 10th. So they'll play Ethiopia twice. And the same goes for Ghana, where they'll play Zimbabwe twice. So that'll be cool. That will definitely be cool in October, that the matches are like you playing home and away against the same team. I like that. I like that. It just mixes things up a little bit. So let's go. We have 2 more games to touch on. Central African Republic 0, Liberia 1. I actually predicted Central African Republic to beat Liberia based on how they played in the last game. But guys, good luck. Good luck predicting these African matches. Good luck. So let's just touch on the goal scorers in this match and then move on. Liberia, Kipper Sherman in the 86th minute. They left it for late. So Central African Republic did put up a good fight, but late goal down Central African Republic. Not going to get too deeper into this game, but big 3 points for Liberia as they lost their first game against Nigeria. That was a convincing victory for Nigeria though. And the other game in this group comes up tomorrow with Nigeria playing Cape Verde, and that would be on the road against Cape Verde. I don't know whether it's going to be played on neutral ground in Cameroon or somewhere, or in Mauritania, but we'll find out when we get to that fixture. So we're gonna move on. We're not gonna linger too much on this one, and we are gonna move on because we have a lot of games to talk about. Central African Republic will play Nigeria on October 6th, and the return leg will be on October 10th. So it's the same thing for all the groups in CAF, it seems. Same goes for Liberia. Doubleheader against Cape Verde, home and away in October. Love it, man. Love it. That was a nice twist. It's a nice twist. It's a really nice twist. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, guys. It's World Cup qualifiers daily. We're talking about the African Confederation. And guys, If I don't change the background, make sure you remind me to change it. Thriller is asking, I wonder how expensive it is to equip the game with VAR. Must be very expensive because you got to have Hawkeye technology for the goal line technology. And you got to have different camera angles and everything. And you got to have the station set up. And it's pretty difficult, I think. It's pretty difficult. I could understand. I could really understand. So, look, if there's anything I failed to talk about, guys, make sure you let me know. Let me know, and I'll touch on it. Even if I have to look it up, I'll touch on it. So I can't talk about everything. I cannot touch about on everything. I'm one person. But, guys, I do a lot of research. Look here. Look here. Look here. I make a lot of notes. This is no joke thing. I make a lot of notes when it comes to getting this thing set up. I write down all the fixtures that I'm going to talk about. I write down all the points that I want to touch, but I can't touch on every single thing. I will forget one or two things here and there. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys understand that. Really hope you understand that. So, look, we're going to keep it moving. We're definitely going to keep it moving. I have some good things to share with you. So, whenever I bump into something shareable, I will actually hit you with that. Okay, so we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. I have another big article to touch on from Africa. Let me actually click on it right now, so whenever I need it, I could actually get it. I could actually get that. Well, I actually don't need it. I could just pull up something else here so that I could share that with you. But I'll share it with you just after I touch on this last fixture here. Côte d'Ivoire 2, Cameroon 1. This was a game I tuned into, and it was a good one. It was a good one. We saw some quality football today from the Ivory Coast, and they surprised me. They really surprised me, and I think the reason they surprised me is because they had a lot of their stars involved in this game. Whereas the first game they played against Mozambique, it was a 0-0 draw. I just want to double check on the UK red list. I should have had that right here waiting. Okay, I have it in my search history. And by the way, guys, my search history is very clean, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Very, very clean. So just to touch on the red list country, Mozambique is on the red list, guys. Just want to give you the proper information. Mozambique is Thriller, is that the same notebook you have Dark Sun written in? Nah, Dark Sun is in my phone. It's written in some notebook somewhere. I gotta find it. It's hidden somewhere. But thank you very much for reminding me about Dark Sun, though. That's a quality poem, though. Quality poem. Adnan, that pitch was disgraceful, and Eric Bailly's decision making is awful. Thank you very much for bringing up that point. And just to refresh my memory of what went down there for that first goal that was scored from the penalty spot by Sebastian Haller, the one and only Sebastian Haller, the infamous Haller, who West Ham paid 40-something million for from Eintracht Frankfurt, flopped and went to Ajax for 25 mil. So, look, in the first game for the Ivory Coast, the 0-0 against Mozambique. Mozambique played well, but they didn't have their stars. They really didn't have their stars. Max Gradel, Seridea played. Ibrahim Sangare, Sebastian Haller did play that game. Jeremy Boga came off the bench. I didn't even remember seeing Sebastian Haller in that game, to be honest. Really didn't. I swear to the God above, I didn't. Christian Kouame was on the bench. He's another talented player coming through from Ivory Coast. But in the game, in this game against Cameroon, they brought out their big guns. Sebastian Haller in the 20th minute, and then Haller again in the 29th. Brilliant goal. And then Mr. Gamelu from the penalty spot in the 61st minute before he was taken off. And it goes where Eric Bailly with that stupid tackle to give away the red card there almost dropped 2 points from a winning position. Brought Cameroon back in the game. But Cameroon are not the same team that won that African Cup of Nations in 2017, though. That's not the same Cameroonian team. They have the same bunch of players still around, like Frank Zambo Anguissa and Carl Toko Ikambi. There's still Christian Bossagog and Collins Fye still around, but the quality is lacking, man. The quality is lacking. Remember guys like a Benjamin Mokanju, Vincent Abubakar in this match, and still, you know what I mean? Abubakar did not have the best of games, and I have to say that that penalty when Abubakar was actually deemed to hands the ball after a free kick, that was harsh, man. That was really harsh. That was harsh as well. That was real harsh. I remember Abubakar in the freaking Champions League ripping it up for Porto. Those were some good days. But in terms of players that came in for the Ivory Coast, you got guys like Jean-Michel Seri, who plays for Fulham. You have Serge Aurier. You have Willy Bali of Wolverhampton Wanderers, mixed with Sebastian Haller, Christian Kouame, Eric Bailly, Maxwell Carnet, Daniel Akpro. The team was actually a better team in terms of quality. But Cameroon did not look too bad. You had guys like Pierre Malang Koundé, you had Carl Toko Ikambi, you had Vincent Abubakar, Stefan Bahoken. You had good. It was two good teams coming up against each other. But the Ivory Coast, who I picked to pip Cameroon in this group, came out on top. So my prediction for this group is shaping up very well, because if you want to come out on top, you have to beat your closest opponent, and that's Cameroon in terms of Ivory Coast. So that would definitely do it for Africa. This is Group D. So let's just go over to Group D so you guys could see the table. And remember, guys, this is World Cup Qualifiers Daily. We're not in any rush right now to get through these things. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to make it happen. Make it happen. We're going to do this thoroughly because, remember, this also has to have a replay value for the folks watching this like a year from now. You know what I mean? Because people do things like that. So, look, Côte d'Ivoire on top of the group after 2 matches played. Cameroon close behind, a loss and a win. Mozambique, pretty good stuff against Côte d'Ivoire in the first match, 1 point. And Malawi, who would come up against Mozambique tomorrow without a point. In terms of the next games played for the Ivory Coast, they would play Malawi twice in October. And for Cameroon, of course, guys, they will play Mozambique twice, home and away. So before we do get into the next games, the predictions, let's just touch on some big breaking news going on in CAF. Let's talk about it. The Egyptian national team. Egypt national team solution lies in El Badri's dismissal. So El Badri, the national team coach, has been dismissed. Him and his entire team has been dismissed. And we're going to take a look at King Foot here. This article from King Foot on top. Liverpool Echo says Mohamed Salah joins Egypt on international duty as Liverpool stands confirmed. So I didn't even know that Mo Salah went on duty for Egypt, but I saw him there playing in the last game against Gabon, and I was shocked. I'm telling you, electricity went through my body. I was like, God damn, Salah, I thought you were in England. Anyways, let's go. Let us go. And the reason why he played the Gabon game is because Gabon are not on the red list for the UK, or you could say the UK's red list. So let's take a look at this article, and big up to kingfoot.com. I'm not really familiar with the site, but I think I should actually maybe favorite this site. Let me add this to my bookmark right there. This would be a good site to check out African news and hit you guys with some updates, the people who love African football. So the article reads, Mido, Egypt national team's solution lies in El Badri's dismissal. Following the poor performance of the national team, Egypt legend Ahmed Hossam Mido weighed in his opinion on the reason behind it. The Pharaohs had a hard time during the clash with Gabon in FIFA World Cup qualifiers, as they were on the defensive side for the majority of the time. Hossam El Badri's men got in even more trouble as Omar Gabar was sent. I said that wrong. Omar Gabar was sent off with a second yellow card in the 70th minute. Despite Gabon scoring a couple of minutes after the send-off, Egypt successfully snatched a valuable point as substitute Mustafa Mohamed equalized with a last-minute header. All right, so after the draw, Egypt former star Ahmed Hossam Mido addressed the poor performance of the national team during his radio program, Allah Sabah. Mido said, changes in the lineup are a normal thing to do, especially with the pressured schedule. But El Badri made grave mistakes during the Gabon game. Everybody is sad to see the current national team performance. There has to be a solution. In my opinion, El Badri's dismissal is the quickest solution, and Vingada taking over would be a complete failure. Ooh. So you see the Egypt national team there? And just to finish off the article, Ehab Galal can be a good addition to the national team. He has an impressive technical view. Hossam Hassan can also be a good substitute for El Badri, as he can motivate the players and raise the overall spirit. There are issues between Mustafa Mohamed and Hossam El Badri. Mustafa was sad not to start the Gabon game. However, there should be an investigation with the player following what he did in the match. So, listen, I wasn't aware of what went on between Mustafa Mohamed and Hossam El Badri. So, maybe we should look that up and find out what happened. But the Egyptian coach has been dismissed. Let's just take a look to see if there's any new development in terms of who's in charge. Who is in charge, man? Anything in charge. It even says Egypt coach Hossam El Badri happy following the Gabon draw. Well, you should not have been happy, man. You got sacked. So, look. Egypt sacked team coach Hossam El Badri. Let's just click on this one really quick. The former Ali coach said that he is satisfied with the results given the tough circumstances. Let me bring that bigger. The team had gone through, as the players were exhausted following a long season and were not sufficiently prepared. And that's Hossam El Badri right there pictured. The Egyptian Football Association announced the sacking of national team coach Hossam El Badri on Monday, a day after the Pharaohs were held to a 1-1 draw by Gabon in the World Cup qualifiers. Following a meeting with El Badri to assess the previous period, the EFA decided to terminate his contract and name a new coaching staff in the next 48 hours, according to a statement by the Egyptian FA. Local reports claim that the Egyptian FA's technical director could be named interim coach to lead the team through the rest of World Cup qualifiers until the appointment of a new coach. The Pharaohs are currently at the top of Group F with 4 points after beating Angola 1-0 at home last week and a last gasp draw against Gabon on their turf. However, El Badri came under fire for the team's tame display and lack of inspiration. The former Ali coach said that he is satisfied with the results given the tough circumstances the team had gone through, as the players were exhausted following a long season and were not sufficiently prepared. On paper, El Badri had an unbeaten record of 9 games at the helm of the Pharaohs, winning 5 and drawing in 4. Under his leadership, the team also qualified for the coming African Cup of Nations. However, his dismissal was bound to happen eventually given his unpopular tactics. The 61-year-old tactician was appointed in September 2019 to succeed Javier Aguirre, who was sacked after a shocking exit of Egypt from the round of 16 via the hands of South Africa, by the way, in the 2019 AFCON on home soil. So that's the article. That's a lot of info for you guys. And I actually thought that I had that on screen, you know. I dead thought I had that on screen, that I was reading this thing and I had it on screen. But apparently I didn't. So this is what I was actually reading from. I'm here reading and I'm thinking, Damn, the thing is on the screen. Like, Dom, you're doing a great job reading this. Kudos to you. You're showing your reading skills are on point. But I wasn't actually reading from this. You guys didn't see what I was reading. You guys saw something else. So, look. Egypt. What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this one? I think this is very, very harsh. This is harsh. It's very harsh to sack a man who has an unbeaten record just because you don't agree with his tactics. It's too defensive. He's too pragmatic. He hasn't lost any games. The man said he has to deal with the schedule, the pandemic, not having Salah for the first game, still winning. What do you want? A swashbuckling 4-0 victory every game? Like, come on. This could be a big mistake made by Egypt. This could be a huge mistake. It could be a huge mistake made by Egypt. I don't have Egypt qualifying for the World Cup. And this could be the catalyst of that not happening. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on this. I rest my case. Guys, we have to move on. We've been here 47 minutes. We've given CAF a lot of time. We've really given CAF a lot of time. So anybody say, oh, damn, you don't give CAF no time. I give CAF 47 minutes today. All right? I might not even give Europe 47 minutes today. But I give CAF 47 blood-clean minutes. Okay? And guys, if you haven't yet smashed the video, the thumbs up button, make sure you do so. We need 16 more likes to get to 50. We'll definitely appreciate that, man. Big up to Thriller from Manila who says, in-depth discussion and analysis of CAF. Thank you very much, man. Big up to Boo Rider. Good night, Boo Rider. How are you feeling? Now, what we're going to be doing, guys, we're going to be touching on the prediction side of things. We're going to be predicting the matches coming up tomorrow. But before we do so, we have to bring them up on screen, and we're going to go through them one by one. Won't be going too in depth. I'll just be giving you my predictions, and we'll be moving on. All right? I think that's fair enough. A lot of games coming up tomorrow in Africa. A lot of games. A lot of games. All right, let's go back here and let's talk. Let us talk. Let us talk. Let us talk, man. Let us talk. Let us talk. Zambia versus Tunisia in Group B. In terms of the standings, guys, Group B, Tunisia on top of the group. Zambia second, Mauritania without a point, and Equatorial Guinea without a point. Tunisia in their first game beat Equatorial Guinea. Zambia did beat Mauritania. They did have to fight for that victory, though. So, in this game, I have, oh, man, this is a big clash, you know. This is a big clash. These are the top two teams in Group B. But for this one, I think it's going to end in a 2-2 draw. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. That's fair, right? What do you think, guys? You think that's fair, or Tunisia is going to take it? Tunisia, a type of team you can't really write off. But they missed the 2014 World Cup that used this exact format. So they're not a big fan of this format at all. And in terms of where the game will be played, it will be played in Zambia, in Ndola, Zambia, at the Levi Wanawasa Stadium. So this is a home game for Zambia, not on neutral turf. So let us see. Let us see. Big up to them boys from Zesco as well. I'm going for them to pick up a draw. If you guys have any prediction, drop it in the chat. Thriller is saying 3-1 to Tunisia. And what else we have here? Paco is saying proud to be African. Big up to Paco in the house. Scandy Lab, how are you doing? Scandy Lab. Dr. Negative is saying Tunisia will win. Anthony Costa. You related to Kellen Acosta by chance, bro? Just play with you. But he said Tunisia, though. Tunisia. Jordan is going for Tunisia. Ivorian Child. I don't like CAF's qualification format. And with you saying that, what we could actually do for fun is just check CAF's other qualification format. You know what I'm saying? That's something we could do. That's fun. So let me just go back here. Big up to Ivorian Child who says, I don't like CAF's qualification format. And what did Dom say? What was the previous format, man? What was the previous format? We need to look at the previous format because this format sucks. Pretty much, it sucks. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to go a little off tangent and we're going to be talking about the 2018 World Cup qualifying format that Africa used. Let's talk about that one. All right? So, the African section of the 2018 World Cup qualification acted as qualifiers for the 2018 FIFA World Cup held in Russia for national teams which are members of the Confederation of African Football, or CAF. A total of 5 slots in the final tournament were available for CAF teams. The CAF Executive Committee approved the format for the qualifiers of the 2018 FIFA World Cup on the 14th of January 2015 with 3 preliminary rounds before a final group stage featuring 20 teams. The number of preliminary rounds was reduced to 2 based on information provided by FIFA in early July 2015. So we just take a look at the format here and we're going to just look. First round, a total of 26 teams ranked from 28 to 53 played home and away over 2 legs, and the 13 winners advanced to the second round. In the second round, a total of 40 teams, pretty similar with a twist in the third round, right? Pretty similar format. A total of 40 teams ranked from 1 to 27, and the 13 first round winners played home and away over 2 legs, and the 20 winners advanced to the third round. Similar stuff. But with this one, the 40 teams, the current one, instead of playing 2 legs, home and away, and eliminating 20 teams again, after eliminating 13 in the previous round, what this round did, what the 2014 and the 2022 format did, is pair the 40 teams in 10 groups of 4, which is maybe redundant, if you understand what I'm saying. We should have kept the same format in Africa, got rid of 20 teams, and used the third round here that we're looking at. The 20 teams which had advanced from the second round were divided into 5 groups of 4 to play home and away round robin matches. The winners of each group qualified for the 2018 World Cup. I think that format was much better. This format, don't like it. I really don't like it because you could win all your group matches in this current round, the second round, and then lose the round robin playoff game for the 5 spots. It is harsh, it is cruel, it is brutal, but that's CAF for you. That is CAF for you. If we go back and we look at the 2014 event, but before we do, who qualified for the 2018 World Cup? Nigeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Senegal, and who was the other team? Let me see. Nigeria, Senegal, Morocco. Oh man, I'm running a blank on the damn teams, man. Qualified teams. I don't know. I'm running a blank. Tunisia, Nigeria, Morocco, Senegal, and Egypt. Yeah, Egypt. I forgot Egypt. So those were the qualifications for 2018, and we just take a quick peek. Let's just take a quick peek of what happened in 2014 and who qualified, just so you could know how harsh the format is, right? Let's take a look at the groups really quick. I know we're still on CAF, we're off tangent, but we're showing CAF some love. Take a look at the groups. Ethiopia topped their group, 13 points. Yay! Ethiopia! Yay! Bethel! Hoorah! We're going to the World Cup. 180 minutes away from the World Cup, said Ethiopia. We knew what happened. Tunisia. Yeah, we topped the group. Same thing, didn't qualify, right? No losses in the group. Ethiopia, 1 loss. Ivory Coast, 14 points. They made it. Morocco didn't make it. Ghana, 15 points. Did Ghana make it 2014? I think they did. I can't remember. But we're going to get there. Zambia always there and about. Group E. Burkina Faso, another team, top their group. Didn't make it to the World Cup. Nigeria, 12 points. Malawi, Kenya, Namibia. You look at Egypt, 18 points. Won every single game. Didn't make it to the World Cup. Algeria, 15 points. They did make it. Cameroon, 13 points. I think Cameroon missed out. I think so. I can't even remember. We'll get. I have to refresh my memory here. Senegal did not make it. 12 points. 12 points. The qualified teams. Let's take a look at the qualified teams right there. Qualified teams. Algeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Nigeria, Ivory Coast. God, I didn't even remember some of these though, to be honest. Seems like ages ago. Ages. But we're refreshing our memory. Look at this. Look at what happened in the playoffs. And back in 2014, by the way, guys, I just want to make it clear and be transparent with you. What I'm doing now, I never did in 2014. I never did until 2018, where I thoroughly followed World Cup qualifiers. Before, I never did. I'm just going to keep it real. I only followed the final tournament. But Ivory Coast played Senegal, beat them 4-2 on aggregate. Nigeria beat Ethiopia 4-1 on aggregate. Cameroon smashed Tunisia 4-1. Ghana destroyed Egypt 7-3. And Burkina Faso, unfortunately, came so close. I think this has to be one of the closest a team have come to qualifying for the World Cup and not making it on away goal. Algeria qualified on the away goal rule. This is harsh. This is harsh, man. This is really harsh. And this is what happened in the game there. Burkina Faso won the first game 3-2. Algeria won the game 1-0 at home. But because they scored 2 goals on the road, they qualified. How harsh. And that's the similar format we're using right now. But guys, that was just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I just had to meander a little and touch on that, show Africa some love. And we are going to go back to predict the rest of the games, though. I'm having fun, man. I'm having fun. Maybe I'm spending way too long on Africa, but Africa deserve a little shine, man. You know what I'm saying? Let Africa shine. You know what I mean? Let's be like Akon and light up Africa. You see what I'm saying? Oh, the Akon. Oh, man. Let's go. Let us go. Bam. Let's get back to this and talk about the games coming up tomorrow. Where were we? Where were we? We talked about Tunisia, Zambia, and we're going to get back there. Let us talk. Ethiopia versus Zimbabwe. For this game, guys, I'm going for a 0-0 draw. 0-0. Ethiopia versus Zimbabwe. 0-0. And that game is coming in from, I'll let you know the group, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Group G. Group G. We touched on all the groups already, so we don't need to go over that too much, right? Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, 3rd and 4th would play each other there. Ethiopia lost their first game because of a horrible goalkeeping error. Just want to put that out there. That goalkeeper should not play for the national team anytime soon. He must do about 100 laps around the playing field first. And Zimbabwe, they played to a draw against South Africa, their neighbor South Africa. So I'm going for a 0-0 draw for this one, though. And we are going to keep the ball rolling. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it rolling like a rolling stone. Tanzania, the Taifa Stars versus Barea of Madagascar. A Group J clash. Group J. Let's go down to Group J. Benin leads the group. Congo 2nd, Tanzania 3rd, and Madagascar 4th. I'm going to go for Tanzania 1, Madagascar 0. I have lost all faith in Madagascar. I just want to put that out there. I ain't going to even hold that back. I have lost faith. We're going to move on. Malawi versus Mozambique. Malawi versus Mozambique. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Mozambique here after a very, very impressive showing in their first game in Group D. Very, very impressive, man, to pick up a draw against the Ivory Coast. Cameroon did beat Malawi, so Malawi has to bounce back. But I'm going for Mozambique to win this one 2-0. We're going to keep it moving, guys. We're going to keep it moving. Congo, Kinshasa versus Senegal. And this game will be on the road for Senegal. So let me make sure that this game is definitely being played in Congo, Kinshasa. Thank you very much, everybody in the house right now. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Do appreciate it. This game will be played This is actually Brazzaville. Pardon me. This is not Kinshasa. Kinshasa is DR. Oh, man. I effed that one up. But Brazzaville. Sorry. Brazzaville. Oh, God. Pardon me there. Sorry. Anybody from Congo watching this, mixing up the two Congos is not good. It is not good. Blasphemous. But anyways, my prediction for this one is Senegal to beat Congo 2-0 with Koulibaly at the back there. You think you're going to pass? I don't think so. I don't think so. Diallo as well playing for Senegal? I doubt. Senegal 2-0 to go up to 6 points. I think Senegal will qualify for the World Cup again, guys. And I have no reservations about that one. I'm absolutely 100% sure that they will not fall victim to this format again. They won't. But they're currently second in the group with a game in hand behind Namibia, who did pick up a good victory versus Togo. And that was yesterday. And talking about Namibia versus Togo, big up to the boy Elmo, man. Big up to the boy Elmo for scoring that overhead bicycle kick yesterday. Elmo Kambindu with the bicycle kick. I didn't actually talk about it because I didn't watch the replay until today. That was a nice bicycle kick. One of the best goals scored in Africa qualifiers so far. So awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So go back to Group D. Not Group D. Pardon me. Not Group D. Why am I saying it's Group D? I was just on Group D. This is Group H. Group H. If I said Group D, sorry. I didn't mean to. Congo at third and Togo at the bottom. We're going to keep it moving. Equatorial Guinea versus... Let me get that on the screen. This FIFA website pisses me off, you know. Jesus. Equatorial Guinea versus Mauritania. And this game is coming out of Group B. So... Group B. I have to keep scrolling around to make sure I get the groups right. But both of these teams lost on match day 1 to Tunisia and Zambia. And Equatorial Guinea versus Mauritania, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between these two teams. And we're going to keep it moving. Cape Verde versus Nigeria. I'm going to go for 2-0 for Nigeria in this Group C affair. As Nigeria on top of the group, I think they will stay there. Liberia second, Cape Verde third, Central African Republic last in the group. We're gonna keep it moving. We gotta wrap this up. We gotta move on to Conmebol, where we won't spend forever on Conmebol. Only 5 games to talk about, and we'll run through those matches. We don't have any predictions to make, but we'll talk a little bit about the Brazil-Argentina thing. Not long, because we touched on that yesterday. Just go through the other fixtures, man. Today's episode is mainly focused around Africa, where that was the only confederation that had games today. We're going to talk about UEFA. We're going to talk about Asia as well. So Burkina Faso versus Algeria in Group A. I'm going for Algeria to win the game 3-1. I'm convinced by this Algerian team, man. This team has gone on a run about 29 games without conceding, which is absolutely nuts when you think about it. Like, goddamn, Algeria. Like, come on, man. You're pulling an Italy on us. You guys think Italy are doing the business? Algeria are out here doing the business as well. So, big up to Algeria, man. I think, you know what? I have a question for you. We have 53 people in the house here. I have a big question for you. Since we're on Algeria and they look so good and they're stringing together passes like Pep Guardiola's Barcelona playing tiki-taka. Guys, if there is to ever be an African World Cup winner, which team do you think would be the first team to do so? Realistically, using the teams that are in form right now as we speak. which one of these teams would go on to win a World Cup? Let's say an African team wins the 2022 World Cup. 5 will qualify. Let's say one of them win it. Out of the current crop, which one could become world champions? Talk to me. Talk to me in the chat. Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. We have John is saying Senegal. Senegal do have a really good crop of players led by Aliou Cisse. He was part of the team in 2002 that beat France and got to the quarterfinals. They do have pedigree there. We have Scandilab saying Senegal or Algeria. I actually have 3 teams narrowed down. 3. I have Algeria at the top of the pile. Second, I have Senegal. And third, Nigeria. Nigeria has a really good squad. So I think if any team from Africa ought to go on to win the 2022 or the 2026 World Cup, it has to be one of these 3 teams. Stephen Quintana is saying Senegal. Thriller is voting for Senegal. Algeria easily, says Bethel. MVP Kev says Senegal. Who else we got making predictions here? We have Boo Rider saying, I want an African nation to win the World Cup. Hasn't happened. Hasn't really happened. You know, we've only had winners from South America and from Europe, sadly. But it is what it is. Boo Rider, Senegal. EBD is the sickest. Big up to you, man. He says, either Algeria or Senegal. Ilyas Abdi, Algeria, Senegal. Sidibe, Algeria. Well, I do have Algeria on top the pile. I have them on top the pile in terms of the African team that would win the World Cup next if they are to ever be an African World Cup winner. Algeria, they're looking good. They're looking good. Big up to the boy Jamel Belmadi, by the way. Algeria looking very, very good, man. Got to give it to them. So that's just a nice little question there. Again, guys, we've been here for an hour, but it's good. Africa is good. It's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Source of life. Africa. Let's keep it moving. We won't get too political, man. Don't want to do that because I spoiled the stream. So I have Algeria beating Burkina Faso and to stay on top of Group A. And I think they will qualify for the final round and will ultimately qualify for the World Cup. Sudan versus Guinea-Bissau in Group I. We remember the 2 Guineas played to a draw. And for Sudan, their game against Morocco, they lost the game. So they need to bounce back. My prediction for this one is a 1-1 draw between Sudan and Guinea-Bissau. Where is this game being played? Is it going to be played in Sudan? Let's just double check. Let's just double check to find out. Sudan versus Guinea-Bissau. Because some of these games are being played on neutral soil, guys. So just want to verify that for you. Al Hilal Stadium. And this is in Sudan. Okay, so this game will be on Sudanese soil. Arabic African country there. So look, we got one more and we wrap up Africa. We put Africa in a box, gift wrap it, put a bow on top, and we'll talk about it again tomorrow. Angola versus Libya in Group F here. So let's get to Group F. Group F, baby. Egypt, Libya, Gabon, Angola. So big clash here, big clash. Angola versus Libya. I'm going to go for the Libyans here. 2-1 win. 2-1 win over Angola. 2-1 win. I'm convinced. Definitely convinced. Where would this game be played? Would it be played on Angolan soil, you may ask? And it will be. It will be. It will be. Is Angola on the red list? It doesn't matter because all of Libya's players play at home. And that's the thing. That's the thing I have to mention about these African teams like a Djibouti, an Ethiopia, a Libya, a team like Zambia to a lesser extent. They have a lot of local based players, which could be an element of surprise, a mystery surrounding these teams where you don't know how to actually scout them. There's hardly any footage of them playing around, on YouTube or anything. So these teams could be very, very tricky, man. Very, very tricky. So Thriller, Sadio Mane with the golden boot. Nice. So online school, do you think Germany and the Hansi Flick will get far in the World Cup? Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves there. They have to qualify for the World Cup first. Remember that. They got to qualify first. We can't jump the gun and say, yeah, they're going to qualify, you know what I mean? But guys, we need 7 more likes to get to 50. Pretty sure there's 7 people in here who haven't liked the video. All right? Please do so. Smash up the thumbs up button. We will be moving on to Conmebol. We won't be spending super long on Conmebol though. So let me just change the graphic there. Put Messi in the background. We're going to be talking about Conmebol. We're just going to go right up to Conmebol. Click that. And we're going to briefly just update you on what's going on in terms of the situation. Brazil and Argentina game there. So sad stuff, man. Sad stuff. Sad day for football from what happened there, man. They should have just let the game carry on. It was a whole mess. It was a pile of mess. See what I mean? So Argentina, Brazil, 0-0. The game has been suspended. We don't know what's going on in terms of when that game would resume. Ecuador 0, Chile 0, Paraguay 1, Colombia 1, Uruguay 4, Bolivia 2. So what we're going to be doing, guys, let's just take a look at these games and we're going to talk about the Brazil-Argentina last and then move on from South America. We won't stay too long on South America. So we did give Africa a lot of time, and I think Africa deserved it simply because Africa had games today, and that's why. So let's talk about the Peru-Uruguay game. Oh, no. I'm looking at the wrong thing. God damn. God, help me. Help me. Help me, Lord. Help me figure it out, Lord. Ecuador versus Chile, 0-0. With a red card from Junior Sonoza in the 63rd minute. Ecuador went down to 10 men. Still held on against a hapless Chilean team. I spoke to you guys about this Chilean team. This team is old. This team is old, and this team is not that good no more. They're not that good anymore. I didn't look at the highlights for this game yet. I really didn't. I will check out the highlights, but this is not really a show where I go too in depth into these matches. But 11 shots apiece, 4 on target for Ecuador, 3 on target for Chile. But I have to say that Ecuador, I have to commend them. I really got to commend them because after that point, they stay third after 8 matches, 13 points. They are not in free fall like we thought they would after losing back-to-back games last time around. Pretty decent stuff here by Ecuador, man. I have them qualifying for the World Cup, and they're looking good. They're looking really, really good. As for Chile, they're deep in the mud like worms. They're 7 points after 8 games. 7 points after 8 games. They're 6 points behind Ecuador, 5 points behind Uruguay, and Colombia 3 points behind them in the playoffs. So, Chile, you're not making it to the World Cup unless there's a remarkable, a ridiculous, a miraculous turnaround. It's not happening. You might see managers get sacked and all. It's not happening. In terms of who's currently in charge of both teams, guys, in terms of Chile, Martin Lasarte is in charge, and in terms of Ecuador, Mr. Gustavo Alfaro is currently managing the team. So big up to the boy Gustavo Alfaro, who's an Argentinian manager and doing his damn thing with the Ecuadorian national team. Ecuador recently changed their badge as well. They did a whole revamp of the everything in the FA, I think, changed up, and it's paying off. It's paying dividends, and we all know we love dividends. I love dividends. You know what I'm saying? If I become wealthy one day, like a multimillionaire, I just invest in some stocks that pay quarterly dividends. You know what I'm saying? And live off the dividends. Anyways, let's not talk investments here right now and keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Got to keep the ball rolling. In terms of who they play next, Ecuador. There's games coming up Thursday, guys. And Ecuador will play Uruguay. In terms of Chile, their next game will be against Colombia, Los Cafeteros, on the road. September 9th, 7 p.m. And those games will be the only World Cup qualifying games going on Thursday. Thursday, guys, I'll be live talking about the Premier League matches in the morning with my boy Michael Talks Football. And then I'll come back later in the evening to hit you with some World Cup qualifiers daily. Big up to the boy Dave Valensky, man. Appreciate it, Dave, who says Brazil, a country that no protocol for COVID, now cares about COVID. I'm telling you, COVID really ravaged Brazil. Really ravaged Brazil, man. So thank you very much for the $4.99 super chat, Dave Valensky. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Dave, I think you should consider becoming a member of the channel. That'd be awesome. That'd be definitely awesome. Guys, remember, membership is open. Just click the join button. $3.99 per month. It's like giving me 2 cups of coffee every month to help me stay up and don't fall asleep in my streams like that boy Steve. Ha 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 ha. That's a good joke. Big up to the boy Ryan Anderson in the house. How are you doing, Ryan? Appreciate you coming through the other day and doing those tail list videos with Football Pharaoh and myself. As you could see, there's clips coming out on the channel with my boy Ryan Anderson featuring in them. So big up to Ryan Anderson, guys. Go check out his channel. Talks a lot about CONCACAF football and just sport in general, just because he can. Big up to Triller, who said, Dom, do you have Norwegian cruise line dividends? No, I don't. I actually sold my cruise line stocks. I sold them. I made a good bit of money on them, though. I did. But I sold them, man. I did sell them. Really did. So, what else we got here, man? What else we got here? Let's keep it moving. Dom, what do you think of the World Cup being played in November? I love it, man. Good for change. It's good. Change is good. It means that I'll have my summer to do something else. And winter, we'll deal with the World Cup. You see what I mean? Good for change. Let's see how it works out. Let's see how it works out. So look, we got to continue here. We got to continue. Paraguay won. Colombia won. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, man. Feel free to ask. Let's talk about that game. Let's touch on that one. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep the ball rolling, man. The ball got to keep rolling. Paraguay won. I did predict a win for Colombia, though. Antonio Sanabria in the 48th minute. Juan Cuadrado in the 53rd from the penalty spot. Colombia dominated the match. 20 shots at goal, 7 on target. They did not have most of the ball, though, but they were the brighter team. I haven't watched the highlights yet. I have to check that out. I started watching European highlights, man. I'm going to attempt to watch through all the highlights for Europe in the September international break. And I'm telling you guys, oh my God, the goals were ridiculous. Some sick goals have been scored over in Europe, man. Some brilliant free kicks, some shot from distance. Mr. Roman Yaremchuk, double control with his chest, banging it into the back of the net. Mr. Valiulin with those bangers against Ukraine. I'm telling you, man, even player from the Faroe Islands put away a free kick. I'm telling you, we having some quality football in World Cup qualifiers. And we have some club merchants who says, man, I can't wait for the club football to come back. I can't wait for club football to come back. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? This is a level playing field. Level playing field. Level playing field where you can't spend 500 million on players. You see what I'm saying? To improve your team. You can't. Anyways, I digress. We move on. In terms of Paraguay, their next game will be against Venezuela on Thursday. And in terms of Los Cafeterios, El Tricolor from Colombia, they play Chile. They play La Roja from Chile. I think that's the name. The Reds, La Roja. It's not El Roja because, hey, La Roja, that's female. Anyways, I think I'm... Anybody who speaks Spanish in here, let me know if I'm correct. La Roja. I don't even remember if that's their nickname. But anyways, I might be wrong, but I might be right too. So we're going to keep things moving. We're going to definitely keep things moving. Uruguay 4, Bolivia 2. What was my prediction for that, though? What was my prediction for that? Let me tell you. What was my prediction for this one? I made predictions a little bit further back. I predicted Uruguay to beat Bolivia 1-0. Paraguay to lose to Colombia. Peru to... No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah. I am looking at the right thing. There's another game right here. I predicted Peru to actually beat Venezuela 2-1, and they did. So that's one more game we have to talk about as well. What are you guys saying in the chat right now? Big up to everybody in the chat, man. John is dumb speaking facts. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Talking about San Marino score 2. Yep. What else we have? Ivory and Child. Colombia is very inconsistent. Big up to Ivory and Child. Haven't really seen you around here much. And guys, by the way, man, we are on the cusp of hitting 46,000 subs, man. We only need about 50 plus subs, and we're going to hit that magical number. Do you guys think we should actually do like a Q&A or something to celebrate 46K? And guys, don't forget to go check out the brand new video on my channel featuring Miss Melina Silva, big Arsenal fan. That was a really nice chat though. I made that video since last Monday. I should have actually put it out, but I waited. I think I waited for the opportune moment where Edu is trending all over the place right now. So I decided to drop the video then. Strategic, you know what I'm saying? Very strategic of me to do such a thing. So I had to get it out with the beautiful Miss Melina, and I went and I scoured and I found that nice picture of her. I photoshopped my mic and I put it in front of her. That's nice. I'm telling you. That boy, nice. I'm telling you, when it comes to this thumbnail game, guys, don't trust your boy Dominic Rich, man. Do not, under any circumstances, trust your boy Dom. He could whip up any kind of thumbnail that he wants. Anything. Anything. You name it, the boy could whip it up. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. Appreciate everybody who has been showing love to the content. But this is what I'm talking about. Oh my God, Dom! You ain't got to do him like that with the thumbnail game, man. And that's what I urge anybody who looking to do YouTube. Always work on your thumbnail game. Work on it 20 minutes every day. Buy Photoshop. Invest in it. It only costs $9.99 a month. You see what I'm saying? What do you think $9.99 a month and buy? Crap. Invest in yourself. Improve yourself. And that's what I do. That's what I do constantly. So don't forget to go check out that video. That's the latest video on the channel. Big up to Steve. I'm talking exactly to you, Steve. Damn, you make fire thumbnails. I remember discussing thumbnails with you the other night. Definitely, man. So look. Big game by Uruguay. Big statement win here. In this match, we had Georgian de Arrascaeta. Oh, man, what a name. 15th minute goal. Federico Valverde, I heard he scored from a free kick. I got to go check out that goal. And then Agustin Alvarez in the 47th minute. Good to see a new name on the score sheet here. Good to see a new name. Something I plan to do is to periodically just go and study national teams. Just look up news on national teams. Like today, I'm going to look up Conmebol teams and just look up the news and see what's going on. The next day, maybe Africa. And the next day, and just keep things going so that the knowledge is just dear. And I'll also put out videos on anything good that I actually find. Thriller is saying Photoshop is also a skill you can put on your resume. Definitely, man. Definitely. It's fun. It's fun. It is fun. So, look, just to continue this match. 3-0. 3-0 for Uruguay. And then Marcelo Martins Moreno, who just keeps scoring for fun. He is the star man for not Brazil. He does look Brazilian a little, though. But with his flair, his hair and everything. But he's a legendary looking player, man. Marcelo Martins Moreno. What a player, what a player. You want to see how he looks. Marcelo Martins Moreno. For those of you guys who don't know, Marcelo Martins Moreno. Let's just pull him up and you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. This guy is a beast, man. I'm telling you, man. This guy right here is a beast. And he's a legendary Bolivian player, if you ask me. Definitely legendary. I actually want to get a picture of him right here, but pictures are acting stupid, man. I don't know why. Maybe I have too many things open. I need to close a few of these things. I really need to close a few of these things, or else my stream is gonna like crash. But just want to share this picture of Marcelo Martins Moreno with you guys right there. And that's the boy Marcelo Martins Moreno, man. Legendary looking player. You know what I'm saying? Not so much his face right there. You know what I mean? You need to work on that right there. But yeah. Anyways. Yeah. The man is legendary looking. So let's go back. Let's go back to what we were talking about. What if, like, I'm sharing these things with you guys and I, by mistake, like, you know, put up like a porn site or something? That'll be funny. That'll be embarrassing. Be like, guys will be like, ha ha ha, Dom's watching porn. No, guys, I haven't watched porn in a while. Stay away from porn, okay? Practice no fap. Anyways, conserve your energy. Preserve your energy. Let us keep it moving, man. Let me stop. Let us keep it moving. Are there games on Friday? No, there's not. There's on the 9th. Anyways, let's go back. September 6th. September 6th. Marcelo Martins Moreno did score a brace in this game, guys. Just to let you know. Did score a brace. And the other goal came from the penalty spot in the 84th minute. So, not bad, not bad. They don't play well on the road. Away, not good. But at home in La Paz, absolutely almost unbeatable. Almost unbeatable. So, for Uruguay, their next game is against Ecuador. And for Bolivia, their next game will be against Argentina this Thursday in Argentina. Buenos Aires, Argentina. Argentina, you could actually go from Argentina all the way to Antarctica, by the way. That's the you know, like the hub. Also from New Zealand as well. You know what I'm saying? So, what else we got here, man? What else we got here? So, Dom, you're going to start up a Marcelo Martins Moreno fan club. Ha, 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 ha. So, what else we got here? Dave Valensky. Last time I watched porn was yesterday. You guys, you know, from this conversation, we're going to get people actually starting to watch porn from today. This conversation only. Stay away from it, guys. Do not do it to yourselves. Stay off the darker side of the web. Let us move on. Peru 1. La Vina Tinto of Venezuela. Vino Tinto. Nil. Let me actually close out one or two of these tabs, man. Before my shit crash. Anyways, let us keep it moving. We're doing well. We're doing well. We're doing really well. Peru 1. Christian Cueva in the 35th minute. And then Tomas Rincon got sent off. The Torino man in the 38th minute. Is he still at Torino, though? But Venezuela did put up a fight, it seems. 10 shots at goal, 3 on target compared to Peru's 13, 5 on target. Guys, in terms of the table in Conmebol, let's go down and take a look at the table. Let's take a look at the table, and then I'm going to let you know for Peru, the next game is against Brazil this Thursday. Repeat of the 2019 Copa America final. And in terms of Venezuela, I just told you, they play Paraguay. So, look at the table. This is what the table looks like. Argentina and Brazil supposed to be on 8 matches each, but their game was suspended. Do we have any new developments on this game? You may ask, Dom. So, Argentina versus Brazil. Or Brazil versus Argentina. Big story yesterday breaking about what happened here. Brazil-Argentina match stopped when health officials stormed field by the New York Times. ESPN, Brazil-Argentina World Cup qualifier suspended after health officials intervene. CNN, Brazil versus Argentina World Cup qualifiers suspended as 4 Argentinian players accused of breaking COVID travel Portugal's protocols. You see what I mean? So we won't get into these articles, though. We are not going to get into the articles. I'm just looking for any new developments. So if anybody in the chat knows of any new development, let me know, please. Let me know. Dave Valensky again with a $4.99 super chat. Do appreciate that. He says, Peru look dead in the water, and now they are 2 points away from 5th in qualifying. Thank you very much for that one. Appreciate that, Dave. Appreciate you, Steve, as well, man. Appreciate you being a member of the channel. Love it. Appreciate you, Thriller. Close that X videos tabs down. Bro, that's my favorite one, bro. That is my favorite one. X vids. I'm telling you. From back in the days, not anymore, though. I slowed down big time, man. After all, I'm 34 years old, man. Come on, man. I got to grow out of that shit eventually. You know what I'm saying? What? It's been like, what, 20 years? Come on. I had to grow out. I got to grow out of it. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Big up to my boy, Vaughn Scott. Big up to Vaughn Scott. My boy. His name is Jules. We grew up together. He's the one that put me on. But big up to Jules, though. He also beat cancer. He also beat cancer, man. The man is a legend. So big up to him. So look, the first thing he did when he went into the British Navy was send me back some porno magazines. I don't know why he just corrupted my entire life. But thank you very much, Jules. And not related to Kunde, by the way. But anyways, let us continue here. Anything on the Brazil-Argentina thing, guys? Let me know. Let me know. What we could do, guys, maybe Friday is do like a recap of what went down in qualifiers so far. Like look back at all the games, touch on all the confederations, look back at all the games. That is something we could do. You know what I'm saying? Joel Lescano is saying, I like how we can talk about this stuff without being immature. Listen, this is what I'm all about. This is what I'm all about. I'm about being transparent with you guys. Not 100% transparent where I'm showing you my bank account and talking about personal things, but these things we could actually talk about. You see what I'm saying? But big up to Joel Lescano, man. Big up to you. Nice last name as well. Nice last name. So look, this is how it looks right now. We already touched on the Brazil-Argentina thing yesterday. We're not going to spend all day talking about this. We knew what happened and something's fishy going on. I honestly think the Argentina FA knew this and they still carried on with their business. But there's also been talks that there's a loophole that Argentina could have used to actually get the players to play legally, but they didn't use it. I had an article. I found an article, and I'm actually going to touch on the article really quick. Let me find it first, though. I have to just scour through my articles before I let you guys know this. Okay, I found it really quick. Really quick, I found it, man. And I actually have to refer to Twitter, but because it's translated, I'll just read it from my source here. It's from Marcelo or Marcel Rizzo, right, on Twitter. It's written in Spanish. It translates and it says, there is an agreement between Conmebol and the governments of the 10 affiliated countries for sanitary flexibility in the entrance of delegations in the countries for games. That's what happened with Brazil against Chile last week. You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So how wasn't this actually applied with the Argentina-Brazil game? I think I had another article as well. I think I had another one. Yes, and I found it. I found the article. I found it. I love when I found it, but this one is also in Portuguese. I won't share it on the screen because I'm just sharing some things that I ran into because I'm doing my research and I'm finding the information for you guys. I want to make the streams more legendary because when you come through, I want to give you some good stuff. You see what I mean? So, And for those of you guys watching the replay, I want to give you some good stuff. I want to talk about things nobody else are talking about. Argentina could have used a special ordinance to allow their players to play against Brazil despite coming from England. It has already been used by the Brazilian team in the past. However, the Argentinian players chose not to request the Brazilian authorities about it, as confirmed by Anvisa. Okay? And I think that's like the health authority or something. Some organization in Brazil. There's something fishy. Or there's also the other side of it, guys, where Brazil, they were heavily depleted, right? They were heavily depleted. And I'm going to show you exactly the conspiracy that I came up with. I came up with a conspiracy. And people probably going to be like, nah, Dom, nah, that ain't right, Dom, nah, no way. No way, Jose, Dom. No way. But look at this. This is what I think. This is exactly what I think, guys. Let me show you. This is what I think. Look at the Brazilian team. Weverton in goal. Danilo. Verissimo. Right? Who is this guy? Lucas Verissimo. I don't know this guy. This guy plays for Benfica right now. I don't know this guy like that. I gotta keep it real. Eder Militao. He's not that great. Alexandro, right? The backline look light. Weverton, I know he pulled off some good saves against Chile, but still, that's Weverton and not Edison or Allison, right? Casimiro Gerson, right? Everton Ribeiro, Lucas Paqueta, Neymar, Gabriel Barbosa. This is not the strongest Brazilian team. But look at this Argentinian team. Look at this team. Martinez, Lautaro, of the Lautaro persuasion, Messi, Lo Celso, Rodrigo de Paul, Leandro Paredes, Angel Di Maria, Marcos Acuna, who's a beast, Gonzalo Montiel, Cristian Romero, Nicolas Otamendi, and Emi Martinez. My conspiracy is I think Brazil knew that they were going to lose the game, and the health officials say, listen, we have to come in and intervene and save Brazil here. That's what I think. That is exactly what I think. And I did read something that says if the game is suspended, that Brazil would actually lose the game too. I did run into an article like that. I don't know how true it is, but if anybody heard anything like that, let me know. Let me know if you heard anything like that. You see what I'm saying? Let me know if you heard anything like that, because I haven't heard anything like that. You see what I'm saying? And I actually have something to share with you. I got something to share with you. All right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share that with you right now. After my conspiracy. What do you think about my conspiracy, guys? Look at this. After the Argentina game was suspended, the Brazilian team got into a training session. You know what I'm saying? They got into a training session, and this is what happened during the training session. Let's just make that big there. This is what happened during the training session, guys. Let's take a look at this. This is what happened during the training session. Brazil, blue versus Brazil, yellow. That's the goalkeeper, Weverton, you know. That is the goalkeeper, Weverton, with that goal, guys. That is the goalkeeper, Weverton, with that banger. Look at it again. They did a practice. They just practiced for the game on. Look at that. Weverton wasn't playing in goal. What a shot. That's a wicked goal. That is a wicked goal. But that's enough for you, though. That is enough for you. But that's my whole theory there. But let's just take a look at the table, man, before we move on from Conmebol. Let's just take a look at the table. Let me bring the whole table in the screen so you could see what's going on there. All right. Brazil on top, 21 points after 7 games, 7 wins, 2 goals conceded, 17 scored. Best attack, best defense. Argentina second with 15 points. Ecuador third, 13 points after 8 played. Uruguay, 8 games played, 12 points in the bag. Colombia, 8 games played, 10 points. And somebody did say Colombia is very, very They are inconsistent. 4 draws and only 2 wins, 2 losses. Paraguay right behind. 8 games, 8 points. Peru, 8 games, 8 points. Chile, 8 games, 7 points. Bolivia, 8 games, 6 points. And Lavino Tinto at the bottom with 8 games played and 4 points. Big up to the boy Jefferson Soltado as well. That was a wicked Panenka he scored there against Argentina. Love it, man. Love it. The man is very, very short. Very short. He could be in Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. That's how short he is. So look, that's it for South America. We have more South American games coming up on Thursday. I hope you're talking about fair use. I hope my thing don't get copyright a copyright strike, because I did actually put up show a red card thing earlier. So yeah, man. Yeah, big up to Palomo. Says, well, boys, I will watch the replay tomorrow. It's great time, especially with the chat being normal as ever. But seriously, good night. Peace. Peace, Palomo, man. Thanks for being a part of this thing. It's 10:18 local time, and we have to keep the thing moving. We got to keep it moving, man. We got to keep it moving. All right? So with that being said, guys, we're going to move over to CONCACAF, and then we're going to talk briefly about AFC. CONCACAF, I'm just going to touch on briefly because I made 2 videos talking about CONCACAF. So please refer to those videos for more in-depth analysis and feelings. So yeah, let us go. CONCACAF. Let us talk about our favorite confederation, CONCACAF. Let's go right back up here and let's click on the CONCACAF section of the FIFA website. 34 teams. Only 3 teams qualify directly. 1 team get into the playoff spot. And we are now into the final round of proceedings, match day 2. On match day 1, Canada and Honduras play to a 1-1 draw. Panama and Costa Rica play to a 0-0 draw. Mexico beat Jamaica 2-1. El Salvador and the USA play to a stalemate. And then we had games yesterday, Sunday, September 5th, where Panama absolutely trashed Jamaica on home soil 3-0 and give him all a beef patty with cocoa bread and a bottle of squeezer to sit down and enjoy. So, well done to the Panamanians. Honduras and El Salvador played to a 0-0 draw. Costa Rica were beaten on home soil against Mexico, and the USA were held on home soil by the very, very impressive Canadian team. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to run through these fixtures really quick. We won't stay forever, guys, because remember, I told you, I talked about them already. I won't be talking about them too in-depth right about now. So the stream is on a downward slope right now, where we are going through a little bit of recap and predictions for the AFC games tomorrow and predictions for the UEFA matches coming up tomorrow as well. So let's just touch on CONCACAF and keep it moving. Remember, CONCACAF does not have VAR, and you need VAR in these high-stakes games, in my opinion. So Jamaica 0, Panama 3. Andres Andrade with the goal in the 14th minute after winning the ball back in midfield. The ball was won back by Panama. Andrade smashed it into the back of the net with a left-footed shot pass. Andre Blake. The second goal in this game was scored by Rolando Blackburn in the 39th minute after he was teasing. And that was a brilliant crossing by Eric Davis. Smashing header past Andre Blake again. And the third goal in the 82nd minute set up by Adalberto Carrasquilla to Cecilio. Not Cecilia, you know. Cecilio. His parents should have just called him Cecil. You know what I'm saying? You're going to name the boy Cecilio like that. Sounds like Cecilia. You know what I'm saying? I bet he has a daughter named Cecilia as well. So, look. Guys, if you haven't yet, smash the thumbs up button and make sure you do so. I will definitely appreciate that, man. You guys are the real deal. We got 56 thumbs up on the video right now. 1 dislike. If you're in here and you dislike the video, please take it away. You're fraud. You're a fraud, man. But that was a convincing performance by Thomas Christensen's Panama. And I have to say that I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Panama so far. In terms of my... Listen, Joel, you read in my mind. In terms of my power rankings, in terms of my power rankings right now, at first when I reviewed the Jamaica-Panama game, I said Panama was actually third in the power rankings. But then the games played after, then I had to put Panama number one right now, even though they're second in the table. Panama are number one in my power rankings. Mexico has not been impressive, especially with Funes Mori up top, missing them for fun. Like Timo Werner and Raheem Sterling and them boys, you know. And Panama has been impressive. They has been the most impressive team in my opinion right now. Not the USA, not Canada, not Mexico, not El Salvador, not Jamaica for sure, but Panama, Los Canaleros. So that was a very, very, very good victory there on Jamaican soil. Something I'm pretty sure they did before. 6 World Cup qualifying matches prior to this one, no losses. So look, in terms of the next game for these two teams, Jamaica play Costa Rica. I feel for you, like Shaka Khan. Oh man, oh my God, it's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get real ugly. Gonna get ugly. Could I say it again? It is going to get ugly. Panama hosts Mexico, and they will try to at least pick up a draw in that game. So that'll be it for that one. Guys, remember, more in-depth analysis on my channel. 2 videos talking about these games. You know what I'm saying? 1 video on the Jamaican game and a video on match day 2. And I will be doing predictions tomorrow. Definitely will be doing predictions. I have to think about a location where I could go, a quiet location, and do an outside prediction video again. I could do it tonight, but it's a bit late. It's a bit late to touch on that tonight, man. I really not going to do that to myself. I am not doing that to myself, man. So, look. El Salvador 0, Honduras 0. This is a good victory for El Salvador. Because if you go back and you look at their history against Honduras, not very good. Not very good at all. It was a horrible history head-to-head between those two neighbors there. You see what I'm saying? And to get that draw is like a win. Actually, to get those 2 draws are like 2 wins for El Salvador there. It's like 2 wins. So nothing really to add on this game. It was not really the most exciting of matches. El Salvador dominated possession. And it was always going to be a draw. But I did predict Honduras to win the game. They didn't. I think they're missing Albert Ellis. Romel Quioto has not really done anything so far in qualifiers. And Honduras have drawn their first 2 games. El Salvador drawn their first 2 games. So for Honduras, their next game will be in San Pedro Sula against the USA. The USA ain't looking good. This one is looking like another draw for the USA, to be completely honest, if you want an idea what I might predict. And for El Salvador, the test would come when they play Canada on the road. And when we're talking about on the road, Central American countries traveling over to North American countries, or North American countries going over to Central American countries, I have something really nice to share with you here. I have something quality to share with you, but I will share it with you soon before I run through these games. Costa Rica 0, Mexico 1, Orbelin Pineda with the only goal of the game. Costa Rica did hit the post. Brian Ruiz did get a good shot straight to Memo Ochoa, and Costa Rica did not look the best on the day. Mexico didn't either, but they end up with the W. 45th minute penalty after Guardado was fouled inside the box, just inside the box, and that was a horrible tackle by the Costa Rican man. Don't even remember who actually put in that tackle. It may have been Blanco or Calvo. Let me double check to see when the yellow card was given there. But I was watching this game, but it was more a background type thing, you know what I'm saying? It was more a background type thing. It was actually I think it was Moya. May have been more. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. If you guys have any insight on that, let me know. Let me know. Big up to B Skill in the house. How you feeling, B Skill? So, Odegaard, Dom, Norway for the World Cup. Norway's on standby. I'm sorry. Norway's on standby. So, good win for Mexico on the road in San Jose, Costa Rica. Is that the capital of Costa Rica, right? San Jose? Sometimes I second guess myself, man. I really second guess myself. I don't know why I do this, though. Yeah, it is San Jose. What the hell am I doing? I know these things. You see what I'm saying? I do know these things. And look, for the next game here, Costa Rica and Mexico. Mexico will play, of course, we know, will play Panama on the road. And for Costa Rica, they will host Jamaica. So, as I said, guys, we're not talking about these games in depth. I did it already for about 30 minutes yesterday. So, refer to that video if you want more on CONCACAF. Last game, the USA won, Canada won. Big up to this Canadian team, man. They played like bosses last night. I really, really rate this team. They sat back a lot. They only had 28% of the ball, but they were compact. And as Brendan Aronson said, when teams sit back, they're very difficult to play against. Aronson did score in the 55th minute after it was 0-0 at halftime. But then Kyle Larin in the 62nd minute. Canada, I think, had the better last 30 minutes of the game. Canada were the more threatening team. And you could see when John Herdman made his substitutions and Tajon Buchanan came on. Oh, man, he almost scored. Canada could have won this game. And a player I rate big time, man. You see that left wing back, Sam Adekugbe? That player is lively. His pass, after he received it from Kamal Miller, then his pass to Alphonso Davies, and Davies just running past freaking DeAndre Yedlin, who came on for Dest. Davies is a beast. I'm telling you. Guys, you can't underrate this Canadian team with Alphonso Davies, Tajon Buchanan, Steven Estacio. You have Jonathan David in the team. Kamal Miller is playing well at the back. Even Richie Larea is fast as a freaking mongoose. He do need to work on his finishing, though. And you have Mark Anthony Kay in the middle, is also a very underrated player that deserves a lot more credit, man. Milan Boyan in goal. This Canadian team is looking way better than the USA team, if you ask me. The USA, I think it's all over the place in terms of their selection. In terms of their selection. But yeah, their selection is Greg Berhalter, man. Greg Berhalter, what the fuck are you doing? Pardon my language. What are you doing? He's all over the place. All over the freaking place. He could mess around, you know. He could mess around and the USA could miss the freaking World Cup again, you know. Not because I predicted them to top the freaking octagonal because they won the Gold Cup and won the Nations League. We predicted on merit. It's only right to predict on merit. It would have been bold to predict that the USA miss out again. But at the rate they're going, they're about to miss out again. They're about to miss out. Seriously. Because I could make this prediction one time and tell you, when they go to San Pedro Sula, they are not winning that game against Honduras. It is not happening. Big up to the boy Demo in the house. Nice to see you around these chicken pots. But I'm telling you, it ain't happening, bro. They're not winning that game in Honduras. It ain't happening. The USA are going to start off World Cup qualifying proceedings with a maximum of 3 points. And it could be 2. It could be 2. Big up to El Salvador, who are on course to pick up 14 points in the octagonal. Just want to put that one out there. You know, just want to put it out there. But Canada, 2 points in 2. USA, 2 points in 2. CONCACAF is very, very close. And one of the reasons why CONCACAF is so close, man. One of the reasons why they're so close is because of this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I dig up these things for you. I dig up these things for you guys. I dig up these things for you. You know what I'm saying? I go and I dig these things up for you. Last away win in World Cup qualifiers for every team. For Canada, they have never won away to Costa Rica. The last time they won away in El Salvador, 1996. World Cup qualifiers we're talking about. USA, 1957. Never won away in Honduras, never won away in Jamaica, nor Mexico, nor Panama. For Canada, they would have to pull off the unthinkable if they are to qualify directly or through the playoffs for Qatar 2022. You could see Costa Rica have won on away soil in every one of these countries. So Costa Rica, they ain't got much to worry about in terms of that. El Salvador, however, picked up a win in Canada, 3-2, 1992, and that's where they visit next. So that would be something to, look back at. Maybe they need to go back and watch highlights of that game to get some inspiration. And they have one on Jamaican soil back in 1992. Jamaica, you're in the mud with that one. El Salvador are coming to Kingston to smoke up all the ganja and to drink up all the Blue Mountains coffee. Okay? Just put that one out there right now. But in the other countries, they have never won on the road. For the USA, they have won on the road everywhere in World Cup qualifiers except for Mexico and in San Jose. Okay? Just note that. Honduras, everywhere except Panama. Everywhere except Panama. I'm not going to go through all the stats. But Jamaica, the last time they did so is 1968. So that's encouraging for Jamaica. But if the Jamaican teams continue playing the way they're playing, Honduras, they're going to update that to 2021 or 22, whenever that game comes around. Not looking at the freaking stat right now. What's worrying is the Jamaican one. They have never won in Canada, never won in Costa Rica, never won on U.S. soil, never won in San Pedro Sula, never won at the Azteca, and never won in Panama City. The only place they picked up a win was in El Salvador. And this is World Cup qualifiers we're talking about, guys. Not friendlies, not Gold Cup or anything else like that. Mexico has done the business. We ain't got to worry about Mexico. But for Panama, though, Panama, they have done it in Jamaica before in 2015, done it in Honduras as well, but they have never done it anywhere else. But I could tell you, rest assured that some of these stats would change. Some of these will be updated. And guys, let me know what you think about this one. Let me know. This was nice, right? I know. Thank me later. You know what I'm saying? Write a letter, ask me for my address, and send it. Write an email or something and thank me. God, that was nice, man. This was nice. This was a really nice take. But with that being said, guys, we will be moving on. And we're going to move on to Asia. We're here for almost 2 hours. Stream is winding down. As I said, I won't be here all night. And I won't spend crazy long on the Asian Confederation, or the AFC for short. So let us just move on to Asia here and predict the games that's coming up tomorrow. And look out for that video on CONCACAF predictions for the Wednesday matches. I will drop that one tomorrow. I wanted to give the videos that I made on the Jamaica-Panama game and the round 2 review a little breathing space. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow afternoon sometime I will drop that prediction video. So, okay. 46 teams in the AFC. And they have, 4 direct spots and a half spots to the playoffs. So let's talk about these games that's coming up tomorrow. We have matches in Group A between Korea Republic and Lebanon. Also, Syria versus the UAE and Iran versus Iraq in Group A. So let's just click the third round and bring up the fixtures right here, September 7th. And you'll see the fixtures. And I'm going to go through each and every fixture and let you guys know my predictions. But before we do that, let's just take a recap of what happened on match day 1 in the second round of AFC Asian World Cup qualifiers. Japan 0, Oman 1 to send shockwaves to the footballing world. There's a clip on the channel talking about that one if you want more insight on it. Korea Republic 0, Iraq 0. This was also a big result for Iraq. Iran 1, Syria 0. And this is a big result because Syria had their opportunities but failed to capitalize. Another big result, the Cedars of Lebanon 0, the UAE 0. Saudi Arabia 3, coming from behind to beat Vietnam 1. Very spirited effort by Vietnam, but not good enough. And the Socceroos of Australia completely dominated against China's People Republic. So what we're going to do, we're going to predict the games coming up tomorrow, September the 7th. And then we're going to talk about the fixtures after that. That's coming up next month. And then we're going to move on. Not a whole lot to actually add on the AFC today. So the first game here, Korea Republic in Group A versus Lebanon. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Korea Republic. They have to take advantage of these home games here. This will be played on Korean soil. They did not win the first game there against Iraq. So they have to make amends. I'm going for a 1-0 win. There is a high possibility, I have to say this, high probability that Lebanon could pick a point here off Korea Republic. Remember, it's Korea Republic versus the Middle East. And if they slip up, they could miss out on the World Cup for the first time since 1986. Guys, these games are coming up early tomorrow morning. I've already set my alarms because I'll be at work and I want to watch both the early matches. I'm going in terms of these World Cup qualifying games. I'm going in. So big up to B-Skill who says I'm calling it a 0-0 draw. Danny, yeah, I won't be surprised if Lebanon get a draw. Danny is saying 3-1 to Korea. However, come on, Dom. You hating on us Asians. I know our games are extremely boring and slow, but that's how we roll, baby. Defense. Yeah, man. It's not the most exciting games. It's not the most exciting games. Joel Escano, Dom, are you making a live tomorrow also, or it's just a video so that what time to tune in? It's gonna be a live video tomorrow, and it's World Cup qualifiers daily, Joel. I said daily. Daily means I'm here every day. Every day. And guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button if you're yet to do so. Big up to who came in the house. Oh my God, we have somebody coming in from, where you from? Where you from? Korea Republic? Don't tell me you're from North Korea, you know. Don't tell me you're from North Korea. But I think that Kim name is a Korean name. So talk to me, Hui Kim, man. Talk to me. Where are you from? Sydney football. Korea needs to take early leads against these West Asian sides. They will start wasting time tactics in the first half if they get in front. I love that one. I love that one. Where can you watch these games in the US? Damn, where do I watch these games again? I think they are on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus. It's not free. It's from CBS. CBS Paramount Plus. So, yeah. CBS Paramount Plus. You know what I'm saying? Just for your information. All right. So let us keep it moving. Let us keep it moving. We got a lot of games to talk about in Europe as well. Viva Iran, says Arab Dalal. Oh, you're from Vietnam. Hui Kim. That's Vietnam, right? Vietnam. Is that Vietnam? Yeah, big up to Hui Kim, man. Coming in from Vietnam, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate that. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Everybody who's in here right now, make sure you smash a video. Natu Reza, smash a like on the blood clip video. Jia Zhang in the house. China needs to get at least a point, or they are pretty much get out of contention. Are you from China? That's a Chinese name. Big up to you as well. Oh, man, we're worldwide in here, man. Worldwide, baby. So, look. Let us keep it moving, though. Let us keep it moving. Vietnam versus Australia is the next prediction. For this game in Group B, I have Australia winning the match 3-1. I think Vietnam will score, but I think the Australians have too much firepower. Away my bill is going to be on fire here. I would like to see Riley McGree get a start in this game. Aaron Moy is still playing some really good football. And there's Matt Ryan in goal. in terms of where this game is playing, this game will be played in Mai Ding National Stadium. It's slated to be played there, but I'm pretty sure that I saw it's going to be played somewhere else if I'm not mistaken. But let's just double check that to make sure that I'm on point with that one. So Vietnam versus Australia tomorrow. Yep, that will be played on Vietnamese soil. Definitely being played in Vietnam. Definitely played in Vietnam. Vietnam is actually a place I would love to visit one day. I'm pretty sure it's very, very, very affordable to go to Vietnam, and they actually encourage you to travel to Vietnam, and you just walk with a bag of money and you'll enjoy a whole lot because the currency and the conversion and everything is absolutely awesome. I want to go to Vietnam. I want to go to Thailand. I want to travel the world, baby. I've already been to India and Sri Lanka though, and I've touched down in Dubai before. I've been to Cozumel, Mexico. I never went to Mexico itself, the mainland. Went to Bahamas. I went to Trinidad and Tobago. I went to Canada. I went to Cayman Islands. Where else did I go, man? Jesus. I went to a few countries. I went to St. Lucia. I landed a few times, never really went inland. I went to Grenada, never really went inland as well. And I went to Bequia, the Grenadines, St. Vincent. So, listen, let us keep it moving. 3-1. Most people predicting, Australia to win the game. Bethel Online School and Australia. Yeah, man. Once things clear up, definitely want to visit Vietnam. Big up to Danny, man. Appreciate you coming through. And be skill, my ding. I'm telling you, right? My ding, baby. Oh, my God. My ding. Oh, man. Australia sure to get effed up there. Anyways, let us keep it moving. China's People Republic. This is the one I saw that will be played in Qatar. Khalifa International. I need a sip of my beer. Khalifa International Stadium. I almost said Khalifa International Airport there. China versus Japan. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Japan. Japan to bounce back from their loss against Oman and pick up a 2-0 win there. So that's my prediction for Japan over China. Any Chinese fans watching this, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean it, but that's I think a logical prediction there. Oman versus Saudi Arabia. And this game will be played in Oman, I think. And for this one, I have this one finishing as a 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw. Oman is not a team to trust. Do not trust Oman, guys. This will be played in Muscat, Oman. Oman, not woman. Oman. Do not trust this team. This team is a quality team. And I won't be surprised if they actually surprise us all and qualify for the World Cup. I won't be shocked, I should say, if they surprise us all and qualify for the World Cup. But go, Oman. You're doing the damn thing. So we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep sliding through these fixtures. We have Syria in Group A playing the United Arab Emirates. And this will be at the King Abdullah International Stadium. And I'm pretty sure this one is in Saudi Arabia, though, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta get my Asian stadiums down packed, you know what I mean? But I want to let you know where the games are being played so you know it's not being played like on the home soil of the national team. You see what I'm saying? So this is in Saudi Arabia. Syria do not play matches in Syria because of the unrest that's going on in the country. And pray for Syria, by the way. Pray for Syria. You know what I'm saying? Pray for Syria. And at the end of the prayer, you could say, oh, man. Or you could say, yeah, man. Okay? You get it? Come on, man. Come on. Stay on. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. So, Syria versus the UAE. I have this finishing as a 1-1 draw. I could see Syria picking up a point here and the UAE picking up yet another point to get off to a slow start. So that's my prediction for that one. And in terms of the Iraq versus Iran derby, played at the Khalifa International Stadium in Qatar. I'm going for Iran to win the game 2-1. It's going to be rough, so I won't really be surprised if we end up getting a draw out of this one. Really, really won't be. So, look, that'll be it for Asia. After these games are being played, the next set of fixtures is going to come up in October. So in October, we have Saudi Arabia playing Japan, a big clash. Iraq versus Lebanon, South Korea, Syria, the UAE versus Iran, and China. Well, China versus Vietnam. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a derby right there. And Australia versus Oman. Flags are very similar, you know what I'm saying? So we'll talk about Asia when? Tomorrow. We'll react to the results tomorrow and my predictions. I have everything written down, all my predictions to refer to and everything. So yeah, man. Oh man, we're going to move on. And we're going to move on to UEFA, man. And what we're going to be doing is just predictions for UEFA. But before we predict UEFA, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to look back at the previous games that were played between the two teams, because we are getting to a point and a stage where the matches are coming back around, like the return legs are coming back around. So let us go. We've been streaming for 2 hours 11 minutes. Let's wind down and let's finish off World Cup Qualifiers Daily number 7. You take a look at Group A here, and we have games coming up in Group A tomorrow, where we have Azerbaijan taking on Portugal and the Republic of Ireland playing against Serbia. So what we're going to do, we're going to look back at those fixtures and see what happened before. So Azerbaijan versus Portugal. These were the match day 1 fixtures. Portugal defeated Azerbaijan 1-0. Serbia narrowly beat the Republic of Ireland 3-2. And we scroll down here. We get to the fixtures that's coming up tomorrow right there. My predictions for these games are as follows. Actually, we won't be super long on UEFA. I could tell. We won't be super long because I want to touch on a little thing after I'm done with this. Won't be super long. We'll just be making predictions here and taking a look at the group and maybe discussing a few things. Denmark definitely up for discussion right now. Azerbaijan 1, Portugal 3. They will be traveling to Baku. They have been busy during this international break. They played one game, a narrow win against the Republic of Ireland, and then smashed up Qatar 4-1 in that friendly warm-up game for Qatar. And now they'll play Azerbaijan in Baku at the Olympia Stadionu in Baku. And I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for Portugal. That's my prediction here. And the game between the Republic of Ireland and Serbia played at Aviva Stadium in Dublin, Ireland. I'm going to go for Serbia to win 3-1. So Serbia to do the double and Portugal to do the double. I have not been convinced with this Republic of Ireland team. And I actually went back and saw the Ronaldo penalty for the first time. You got to give it to Gavin Bazunu, man. Big up to Gavin Bazunu, who is Man City youth player, and that was a good save. He's still a very, very young man, still a teenager, and has a bright future. He's already number 1, well, for now, at the Ireland national team, the Republic of Ireland national team. I think Ireland did put up a good fight against Portugal, but were quite unfortunate to go down to those 2 Ronaldo headers that ended up making him Guinness World Record all-time leading goal scorer in international footballer. And I think Ronaldo went on to be the most capped international player in Europe as well, so if I'm not mistaken. But we went into that a lot before, and we're not really going to touch on that too much right about now. So we just go back and take a look at the group here. We will have a game between Luxembourg and Qatar, a warm-up match for the other team in this group. So that's what Luxembourg are going to be up to. And my prediction will be a 2-1 win for Qatar here. They'll get some respite after losing both matches in this current international break to Serbia and Portugal. So, look, it's going to be a close race between Serbia and Portugal here for the top spot in this group. I ultimately think it's going to be Serbia. I ultimately think it's going to be Portugal, but you never know, man. You never know. Dragan Stojkovic has this team playing some really good football. Same record as Portugal with an even better goal difference. So Portugal would have to really smash up Azerbaijan to get their goal difference looking better than Serbia, who I do think will beat the Republic of Ireland. Luxembourg, you can't really write them off too much. With Gerson Fernandez in that team, he's playing some really good football. The man plays for Dynamo Kiev the last time I checked. And they could actually fight. Look for Luxembourg, maybe qualifying for the 2026 or the 2030 FIFA World Cup. And we're going to move right on to the next group. And the next group is Group D. We're not talking about Group B today. No games from Group B coming up. No games from Group C as well. So we're just going to skip all the way down and we're going to talk about Group D. We will get more in-depth in those other groups another time, but not today. Group D, man. France. Oh my God. How bad are they? How bad are France? You see what I'm saying? Bosnia and Herzegovina will take on Kazakhstan. And by the way, big up to everybody still in the chat. Do appreciate you guys. You guys are the real deal. Listen, it takes dedication to do streams like this. You don't get a lot of crazy views. It's not about the vanity metrics. It's about the commitment. It's about getting the information covered and getting it out there for the ones who actually appreciate it. If 1,000 people ended up watching this video, that's big. You know what I'm saying? That's 1,000 freaking people. 1,000 people, that's a lot of people. If 1,000 people give you $1 every day, just give you $1. That's $1,000 a day. So guys, that's a hint. Give me $1 per day. $1 per day would make Dom a rich man. All right? Give me $1 per day. And I'll end up with $365,000 every year. I don't even have to work. Got 100 people, 1,000 people giving me $1 a day. But anyways, we're going to continue here. We're going to continue. France at the top of the table with 9 points. Might make a meal of it. Finland with 2 games in hand on 5 points. So if Finland could pick up a win against France, that'll be a good one. That'll be a good one. Ukraine, the Draw Kings. They got Michelangelo and Leonardo and all them guys playing for them. Van Gogh and all them old artists playing for them. They like to draw. 5 matches, 5 draws. Bosnia, 2 points after picking up a huge point against France. Big up to the boy Edin Dzeko for reaching 60 international goals. The man is a legend. And Kazakhstan, big up to Vali Uin for scoring that brace against Ukraine. But they fell short in their last game there against Finland. Big up to Finland doing the thing. Joel Poyampaya with that goal. Timo Pukki, Michael Fors, and, you know, boy Marku Kanova doing the job at the helm. So, look. Let's talk about France versus Finland. Let us talk about Bosnia and Herzegovina versus Kazakhstan and what happened the first time. Finland held, look. It's a switcheroo of fixtures, though. But let's get to the Finland. France game. Finland and France. Where's that one? Finland versus France. They actually didn't play it. They actually did not play it. So, okay. That's fine. That is fine. And for Bosnia and Kazakhstan, seems like they also have not played yet. So, okay. That is also fine. That is also fine. So, it's not the same like the last group there. Not the same like the last group. Okay, so what we're going to do, let me make sure. Kazakhstan, Bosnia. Where are they? Kazakhstan, Bosnia. That right there. Yep, they play again in October. All right, so my prediction here, Bosnia 2, Kazakhstan 1. That's at home for Bosnia. And France versus Finland, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I'm not convinced by this French team. This French team is an absolute joke right now. And they have drawn their last 5 games. Pretty sure of that. They have drawn their last 5. Let me just find the UEFA things, and so I could definitely look at France. Guys, remember yesterday when I brought up the Euro 2020 table, and I was already talking about Group A, Italy and stuff and whatever? That was a real F up yesterday. I don't know why I did that. I was actually trying to get through the games, and I was making a few mistakes here and there. But these are France's last 5 games. 1-1 versus Ukraine. 1-1 versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. 3-3 versus Switzerland after relinquishing a lead. 2-2 versus Portugal. And 1-1 versus Hungary. Not good. They haven't been losing, but you can't be drawing like this, man. That's too much. That's too many games being drawn. 5 games being drawn. That's absolutely horrible. Horrible. You see what I'm saying? Horrible. So I'm going for a draw. Definitely going for a draw here. Finland are going to get a draw. Finland, don't let me down, man. Big up to Michael Talks Football, who is living in Finland right now. So if Finland gets 3 points, they will go up to 8 and with a game in hand and could leapfrog France and send them into the playoffs and possibly not qualifying for the World Cup. I have them qualifying, but strange things could happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Strange things are happening. Strange things are happening. Strange. Woo! Anyways, get the music back playing there. Look, let's move on. That's Group A, Group D done. Let's move into Group F right now. Let's move into Group F. F as in Frank. Okay? And when I say Frank, I'm not talking about Frank Lampard. Maybe Thomas Frank, but not Frank Lampard. Maybe Franklin, you know, the Roosevelt or something like that, but not Thomas, not Frank Lampard. He's a fraud. Anyways, F for fraud as well. So this is the group that I really want to talk about. Group F. In terms of World Cup power rankings, I think Denmark are very high, along with Brazil. I think Brazil are on top in terms of World Cup qualifying power rankings after the ridiculous start, 7 games, 7 wins. But look at Denmark. 5 games, 5 wins, 17 goals scored, none conceded. That's a better record than the Brazilian record. Better record. Much, much better. Denmark are qualifying for the World Cup, and they're going to do so in October, I think. They're going to do so in October. There's going to be a video where I'm going to be talking about, oh, Denmark, big celebration over in Denmark. Big celebration. Denmark qualifies for the World Cup, becoming the first European team to do so. Because this is awesome, man. 15 points. I think them and England, if I'm not mistaken, are the only teams who have perfect scores right about now. If I'm not mistaken. England are doing well. And it's only Denmark and England. I should actually be talking about England in the same vein too, right? But the thing is, with England, I don't trust them though. With the Danes, I trust the Danes in this group. I really trust them in this group. Even when they put out a second string team against the Faroe Islands, you know, who was quite impressive. They threatened on a few occasions. They still managed to win the game. I think his name is Jonas Wind with that goal after the red card. Really good cross into the box, header. Goal. Denmark seems like they always find a way to win, man. And they will be at Qatar 2022 after making the cut for the 2018 event in Russia. Big up to Christian Eriksen. Hope we see him at the World Cup next year as well. And this Denmark team is a team to watch, man. Mæhle, Daniel Voss, them guys getting on the score sheet in a previous match. They're doing the damn business. They're doing the business. And I like what I see from Denmark. Big up to the boy Kasper Hjulman. Big up to all the Danish fans watching this right now. You guys are indeed the real deal. second in the power rankings behind Brazil. Or maybe they're even top of the power rankings based on the fact that they haven't conceded any goals. But, yeah, just wanted to share that piece on Denmark. And their game will be against Israel. This is a big test, huge test, but I think they're going to put out the strongest team because in the game against the Faroe Islands, they rested the first team players. They really switched it up. It almost backfired, but it ended up working out in the end. This Israeli team is on fire right now. I just have to put it out there. Aaron Zahavi, this guy is a beast. I was actually looking back at some of the highlights, and this guy Zahavi scored a hat-trick, and I'm telling you, the man has to be one of the most clinical strikers in world football right now on the international scene. The man is absolutely clinical. It's like he does it in his sleep. He does it with his eyes closed, man. You could blindfold Zahavi and he puts the ball into the back of the net. Absolutely ridiculous, man. His goal-scoring form is just different. Manos de Boer comes to mind as well, and Manos Salomon. I'm telling you, this guy Salomon is a beast. He was linked with a move to Arsenal, and I'm surprised that Arsenal didn't really go all out for him because the man is he's really good. He is damn good, man. He is damn good. I actually found an article talking about Manos de Boer that I want to actually share with you guys. It's a really weird article, but I got to find it. Definitely got to find it and shed some light on that one. Definitely. Okay, so I found it. Definitely found it, man. So, okay. I found it, and I'm about to share this one with you. You know, we've been doing the damn business today. We've been sharing articles. We've been, you know, it's a quality stream. It is a quality stream. But I ran into this. Arab-Israeli soccer star Munas Dabor heavily booed during Israel win. Look, and when I say booed, I don't mean that they hooked him up with a bootang, you know what I mean? No, it wasn't any like that. They booed him, and it's just sad. You know the situation that's going on over in Israel with Israel and Palestine, you know, the Gaza Strip and all these things, you know what I'm saying? And when I say Gaza, I'm not talking about Vibes Cartel, okay? So Israel's emphatic 5-2 victory against Austria in their World Cup qualifying campaign at the Sami Ofer Stadium in Haifa on Sunday night was marred by boos directed at Arab-Israeli footballer Munas Dabor. Dabor, 29 years old, scored the second of 5 goals as the Israeli national team celebrated one of their most significant victories in recent years as they look to qualify for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Israel did qualify before. I think that was back in 1970, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. On May 8th, as tensions rose between Arabs and Jews in the mixed cities, and Operation Guardian of the Walls was starting to take place. Starting to take place. Dabor took to Instagram to voice his opinion, posting an image of Al-Aqsa Mosque with a caption reading, "God will deal with the perpetrators of injustice." Little political, little controversial article here, but still, we're going to get into it. Following the controversial Instagram post, the forward who plays for German top division side Hoffenheim decided to take a break from international football. In July, Munas' brother Anas, who is also a footballer, defended his brother by stating he didn't do anything wrong, criticized the lack of respect given to Dabor as one of the senior national team players, and said he might not play for Israel again. However, Dabor was called up to play in the World Cup qualifying campaign by manager Willy Rosensteiner, who gave him his full backing. We have some players who have made mistakes and that infected the dressing room, the Austrian manager said. All over the world, people make mistakes. Dabor also sent out an apology to the fans and teammates at the request of the Israeli Football Association, IFA, ahead of the 4-0 win against the Faroe Islands on Wednesday. Despite Rosensteiner's support and the apology issued, it wasn't enough to stop fans in the Samiofa from booing the ball every time he touched the ball, including when he scored, from the start of the match to his substitution in the 71st minute. This is absolutely sad. To be honest, this is sad. When I arrived, I didn't differentiate between Jewish and Muslim players. Manager Willie Rosensteiner said in a post-match interview. There won't be any boos next time. He handled this professionally, didn't react to it, and was very disciplined, he said of the ball. And you could see the ball celebrating here, and the crowd, celebrating, some of them, and maybe some of them booing the Arab-Israeli player, Munas the ball, who played for RB Salzburg before, and he smashed them into the back of the net like he was playing during recess in the schoolyard. In the schoolyard. So look, I quote, "It was unpleasant, but he expected it. We understood it would happen, but I think we as a team and Munas in particular handled it incredibly," said talisman and all-time Israeli top scorer Aaron Zahavi. Zahavi, bro, you a legend, man. Who added 2 goals to his tally last night. It is a conflicted country. We will never be able to fully understand each other. And these conflicts have been going on, man, since the beginning of the time. I'm telling you. Zahavi then urged the fans to unite around the national team. Joint list head Ayman Ode also commented on the abuse thrown to Dabor's way, claiming it's the IFA that deserves to be booed for demanding the ball apologies. Tonight wasn't about Israel or Austria. It was about choosing racism or democracy, Ode wrote on Twitter. Following the 2 back-to-back wins over Faroe Islands and Austria, and halfway through the campaign, Israel sits second place in Group F, ahead of Tuesday's match in Denmark. So thank you very much for listening through to that article. That was a very important article to share with you guys. And we go back to this group. I do think Denmark will beat Israel 2-0. I did see Austria. Austria is in the group, but I do think Denmark would beat Israel 2-0 though. I do think so. 2-0. 2-0. Denmark, they haven't conceded any goals yet. But if there's any team that could breach this defense, it's Aaron Zahavi, Manas Debor, or even Mano Salomon. But I'm going to say Denmark, they close up shop. Simon Kjær, Christensen, Schmeichel, Mæhle, Voss and Co., Delaney, Hybria, Damsgaard and Co., and they win the game 2-0. We're going to move right on to the next one. Faroe Islands versus Moldova, guys. Faroe Islands versus Moldova. And in terms of that game, did they play already? 1-1 draw. Previously, Denmark did beat Israel 2-0, by the way, guys. And that was on Israeli soil. I'm going to go for Faroe Islands and Moldova to play to another draw. 2-2. So both teams would remain winless in the group, but it's there for the taking. Any one of them could take it. And we're going to keep it moving. Don't want to waste time on this fixture. That's a dead rubber basically down at the bottom when none of those teams would qualify. Austria versus Scotland is a very interesting one because any one of these teams who pick up a victory has a chance to catch Israel in terms of their points tally. Austria versus Scotland finished 2-2. I'm not basing my predictions on these previous results, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw for Franco Foda's men. If Franco Foda is still in charge of Austria, I don't know. These managers get sacked and you don't even know it, man. You really don't know. And guys, by the way, before we move on to the next group, which is Group G, we have 2 more groups to go through. Let us just take some time to show some freaking appreciation to the Italian national team for becoming the first team to play 36 matches unbeaten. Big up to Italy, man. Well done to Roberto Mancini and his boys. What a run. 36 matches unbeaten. They have picked up 2 draws in this current international break, but still, they look good. They look good. Let me just confirm the draws. Let's just scroll down. Italy, Bulgaria 1-1. Italy, Switzerland 0-0. So, big up to Italy. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. The Azzurri. Let's keep it going. The next game is from Group G. Let us go down to Group G. Let us go down. G as in George. G as in Georgia. G as in Gibraltar. All right, so Montenegro versus Latvia. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Montenegro here. And I have to say, I was watching some highlights, man. And Montenegro in their game, let me tell you the exact game that I want to the game against Turkey, man. That game against Turkey, oh man, that game had some good goals. You could go back and check out the highlights. I wish I could click this and we could watch the highlights right now, but we can't. We can't, and I'm not going to attempt to do that. UEFA are very strict in terms of their footage, not doing that. They don't care about fair use. So I'm going to go for Montenegro to beat Latvia 2-0, and you go back see how that could affect the table. Montenegro could join Netherlands, Norway on 10 points if they fail to, pick up wins here. So we're going to keep it moving. Norway versus Gibraltar. Gibraltar at the bottom, 5 games, 5 losses. Norway in third place, goal difference separating them from the Dutch with 10 points. Look. I'm tempted here to predict a blowout. I actually had wrote maybe like 5-0, but I scratched it off and put 3-0. And the reason being is because players like Erling Haaland and Odegaard and some of the bigger players in the Norwegian team, they got club matches. Okay, what's going on out there? They better not hit my vehicles parked out there. Anyways, they're going to rotate their squad because they know they'll beat Gibraltar and we won't get a blowout like a 7-0 or 8-0. I don't even think Erling Haaland might start. Who knows? He just might, or maybe he won't. But let's see. I'm going for 3-0 win for Norway here. The last time they played Gibraltar, yeah. The last time they played Gibraltar, what was the score line? It wasn't a big scoreline. I checked earlier. Netherlands did beat Gibraltar 7-0. And Norway, 3-0 versus Gibraltar first time around. So we're going to keep it moving. The big one, the Netherlands versus Turkey, where we saw a 4-2 affair. Turkey picking up the win on match day 1. Remember, they started off really, really hot, man. They started off hot and they meet again. I found some news that Gakpe, the PS man Gakpe, and Gakpe and Nathan Ake will not be available for this game. And there was also some news after the Norway-Netherlands game that Van Dijk did break his finger or fractured his finger or something though. I was actually tempted to make a video talking about Van Dijk got injured to mess with the Liverpool fans and just say that his finger got injured, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that to them. I won't do that to the Liverpool fans at all. You see what I'm saying? I won't. But guys, for this game, will be played on Dutch soil. I'm predicting a 2-2 draw though. I don't see the Dutch beating Turkey here. Turkey, they're looking good again. And I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. They did draw to Montenegro. And they did beat Gibraltar. And I'm going to go for them to stay unbeaten during this current international break. And stay unbeaten in the group. Stay on top of the table. And stay 1 point ahead of the Netherlands. And make things really, really interesting in Group G. Group G is going to be fun. I think I will put out a small clip on Group G. Turkey versus the Netherlands in terms of the tail list that Football Pharaoh and I did a couple weeks ago. So 2-2 draw. This one is a big one. Big up to everybody in the chat right now. Sydney Football, Bethel, Online School, Omer, B-Skill, everybody in here, man. Appreciate you guys sticking around here. for the end. We've been streaming for 2 hours 40 minutes, man. It's long, but we gotta get it done. Gotta get it done. Listen, we're gonna keep it moving. Definitely gonna keep it moving. Go down to the last group here. Winding down the stream. I actually have something that I want to talk about, but I'll leave it for tomorrow though. I'm gonna definitely leave it for tomorrow. So I don't want to go 3 hours plus today. So I'm gonna leave that one. I'm gonna leave these two for tomorrow actually. I'm gonna leave these two for tomorrow. I had something planned for you, but I'm actually roll those over into tomorrow, because I want to actually end the stream pretty soon in the next 5 minutes or so. So Group H, Russia on top the group, 10 points. Croatia second, 10 points. Halfway through proceedings. Slovenia third, pretty good so far. They have 7 points. Slovakia has 6. Malta has 4. Cyprus has 4. Cyprus has not been good this international break at all. We take a look at the fixtures here, man. Russia versus Malta. I'm going to go for them to beat Malta 2-0. The first time it was a 3-1 victory. So Russia over Malta, I'm going to say 3-1. As for the Slovakia versus Cyprus, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Matthias Kek and his boys. That previous game actually finished, let me let you know, a 1-0 win for Cyprus, though. That was a shock result. But I think Slovenia are going to turn things around this window. Look, Croatia versus Slovakia, pardon me, guys. Let me go back. Slovakia versus Cyprus. Slovakia versus Cyprus, and not Slovenia versus Cyprus. It was a 0-0 draw. I'm going for Slovakia to win 1-0. So, yeah, that was a little oopsie there. But just to correct, Slovenia will play Croatia on the road. And guys, we know what happens, man. We know what happens. When Croatia play on home soil, they're almost unbeatable. Slovenia did beat Croatia at home. So I think Croatia will be out for revenge here. And I'm going for a 2-1 win for Croatia. So we go down to this fixture right here. 2-1 win. That will be played at the Stadion Puljud in Split. So I think the Croatia attackers are going to split apart the Slovenian defense and put 2 in the back of the net. Look out for Borna Sosa, the Stuttgart left back. He's the bright spot. Jasko Vardiel if he's fit. And the usuals. Brozovic, Kramaric, Kovacic, Orsic, who did get a start in the last game. Perisic. Lovely names, man. Lovely names. Livakovic in goal. Vida. Lovren. Juranovic. Look out for these guys. But I'm going for Croatia to win the game 2-1. So, yeah. Yeah. I have something for you. I want to actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to save that one for another time. I'm going to save it for another time. It might take some time. Big up to the boy Michael Talks Football in the house, man. I have something for you, but we're 2 hours 43 minutes in. The show has to, that'd be it for the show. I covered every single thing I wanted to cover. Everything except for 2 off-topic things I wanted to touch on. But I'll save that for another time. I will save that for another time, man. So I guess it gives the Oceania teams a better chance of qualifying without the Socceroos dominating every time. So, yeah, you guys are talking. Yeah, definitely talking about Australia. And guys, I had something on Australia to talk about and to give you guys a little bit, just to add to the show. But I think I've given you enough today. And we will talk about that one maybe tomorrow, Wednesday, or you know what? I might save that for Thursday. I might save it for Thursday because Thursday is going to only be a Conmebol day. As a matter of fact, we cannot do it on Thursday because the games are playing late on Thursday. And I will be tuning into those games. So Friday, we'll come back with World Cup qualifiers. We'll take a break on Thursday where I'm going to be doing the preview with my boy Mike in the chat, the Premier League preview. where we're going to predict the Premier League matches coming up this weekend. And on Friday in the morning, I'll get up early and do like a World Cup qualifiers daily to touch on the final Conmebol matches in September. And I'll talk about, you know, the Oceania thing and a few other things that, you know, I have to talk about. We'll do like a whole summarization of the September window and talk about some things. So, look, guys, it's been real, man. It's been real. I really enjoy doing this with y'all. Really, really, really have 199%. You have to leave the extra 1% for error. You got to leave room for error. And it has been a fun one. Very informative in my opinion. Guys, I planned this. I planned it. Okay? I took my time and I planned it and I made sure I get it to you nicely. It was better than yesterday's stream. Yesterday's stream was a quick one, but I had to do it like that though. So, look. Appreciate everybody. My wife's upstairs mad at me. She's like, you doing this World Cup qualifying daily thing and neglecting the hell out of me? Oh, man, whatever, Dom. Whatever, man. Whatever, Dom. You don't love me like that no more. You love World Cup qualifying a lot more. You love the subs a lot more than you love me. You know what I'm saying? But, guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks a lot for tuning in. And until tomorrow, I like to say thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.